how's it going? We're just gonna do a quick 5-faction tournament. Should be a chill day today, and then I gotta get editing on that Gorbad campaign. Hope y'all's are doing well. Got a good number of signups. Exciting, exciting. Here we go. A lot of, let's see here. I see some Kislev. I see High Elves, Norsca, Skaven, Beastmen, Warriors of Chaos. There's actually a lot of Warriors of Chaos here. Opal Bear Blacks playing Lizardmen. Interesting. Hey, Peaceful Romancer, what's up? What's up, what's up? Here we go. Some Dark Elf action. Oh boy. I almost want to play Vampire Counts just to learn them, but I feel like I got some decent builds against them. Vampire Counts are a weird one. They're really... I feel like they're a faction that needs figuring out. Fated to fail. Hello. But yeah, I feel like they're a faction that you just gotta figure them out. And the moment you understand them, is the moment you're goodies. You just gotta shoot them up enough. It's simple. Alright, looks like everyone's checked in and good to go. So I can generate the bracket. The Goblins. Round 1. Alright. I got a bye round. Oh my gosh, what a ripoff. Who should I? Let's see here. Let's see here. Fight Hour, Maximillionaire, Oishikun, and Rusto. Let's spectate Oishikun's game. Can you open a spec slot, please? I'd like to cast your match since I got a bye round. Well, rigged tournament as always. As always. It doesn't mean I have to win my next couple matches, otherwise we won't make it to semis, maybe. We'll see. Well, if I don't get 3 wins, I'm not making it to semis. I gotta win! The moment you understand them, you realize they suck. That's with all factions, actually. Anyone who's mained anything in their lives. That's how it works. Alright, so let me just increase my Swiss points by 10 million. Actually, if I increase it too high, I get screwed. Because... Actually, no. If it's too low, I get screwed. The higher it is, the better, because I'll match to other people. Unless they beat me. Then I get screwed. Hey, Abby, what's up? Can't wait for me to play Khorne. I do have Khorne in my pick 5. Very exciting. Yo, I gotta get a new armor blocker. Spectate. Alrighty. Here we go. Rusto versus Oishi. How will it do? Alright, yo, what's a good army blocker we can use? I have some legacy blockers. Let's see here. So many thumbnails. I made a lot of videos. Scroll down far enough, I get to the StarCraft videos. StarCraft thumbnails. Oh, this one's a classic. Ah, yeah. Alright, there we go. That's a good one. Brings me back. Who are my 5 factions? My 5 factions are... I have to double check. My 5 factions, it's Kislev ×2, Warriors of Chaos, Empire, and Khorne. Those are my factions. This is an ancient thumbnail. Ancient. Any coaching today? Ooh, maybe. I'll have to see my energy by the end of the day. I would like to. But yeah, I gotta get like editing done. I have like some chores I gotta do. I gotta empty out the vacuum. Life gets in the way, man. Yo, I don't know. Luther's having a bad day. He's having a real bad day in that picture. Sweaty except Khorne, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna whip out Khorne for only the most optimal of circumstances. Oh crap, I don't get to play on Dunes of Cain because I have the buy round. What a ripoff. Oh yeah, yo. So Turin had an opening tournament, right? Turin hosted a tournament last night. How was it? Let me see if I can look it up. Minor spoilers ahead, I guess. Turin. And we go to its channel. Live. Yeah, so he hosted an SFT. What? We had Oishi playing Kislev against High Elves. He's not using my single entity build though. Come on, man. What are you doing? How'd the grand finals go? Khorne made it to the grand finals? You're kidding me. Khorne versus Dark Elves. Oh, don't tell me Khorne won. Don't tell me they won. Oh boy. Okay, so you know, Dark Elves let them get a lot of points. Come on. Come on, Dark Elves. You got this. Spoilers ahead. Okay, yeah, okay. Ooh, alright. We are correct. Khorne sucks. Khorne sucks. We're fine. Woo. Oh, boy. Nail biter. Interesting. Yeah, anything's playing a lot of Khorne. Yeah, I feel like Khorne's just like a really fat skill check. Oh yeah, the Medusa, dude. Medusa's a crazy strong. Crazy good. Ooh, is it really Kislev versus Betonia? Please tell me it's Kislev versus Betonia. It's been a while since I've seen this matchup. Okay, technically Khorne has one of the best artillery pieces in the game, Nambark. They have the skull cannon. I think if I get a little bit better at microing it, it's pretty insane. But like, if everything hinges around a skull cannon, you know, people are just gonna snipe it, aren't they? Or they're just gonna, yeah, just spam single entities versus Khorne. I bet that works. Shoots your own troops. Skill issue, clearly. All that. Let's see here. Sorry, just adjusting some things. Just doing a quick title and thumbnail, or just title change, because I wasn't very inspired. Dwarf player was exciting. He took an entire firing line versus Khorne. Dude, I gotta check that out. Yo, where's the dwarf versus Khorne game? Yo, Dwarven gunline builds are actually pretty spooky. If you don't play it well, you get wrecked. Ah, it was Son of the Mountain player. This is a new guy? The name is Gotrek something something? Huh? Yo, that's crazy. Gun lines in my domination? How is this possible? As much as Khorne is a skill check, oh my gosh. I went to the video, turned Druid Dong. Classic turret. Oh my, I skipped to the exact moment. It's 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 30 seconds. God dang it, turret. Surprise Dong. It's a good thing I wasn't showing the video on stream, otherwise we'd all get ambushed. Anyways, yeah, as much as Khorne is a skill check, dwarves are a bigger skill check. It's literally just weapon team dwarves. Yo, this is crazy. Crazy SFT. I wish I had the energy to play, but I was pretty pooped after like 7.5 hour stream yesterday. Dwarf did the same thing to your Nurgle. 4 Iron Drakes and 3 Bugmans. Jeez Louise. Dang it, it's Warriors of Chaos versus norsca. What do I buff? Yeah, the if you want to beat that type of dwarf style, probably just want a lot of cavalry. It's kind of weird, but like cavalry is really good versus dwarves. At least against many of their playstyles. Is that a crazy thought? No, I'm pretty sure cavalry is just really good versus dwarves. Assuming you can get like some long range guns. You need cavalry and some long range armor piercing. You get both of them, you're good. You only have one, you're screwed. Noel the gaming. Hello. Yeah, you are early. Haven't even really started yet. We had a buy round, so we're spectating. Now, Warriors of Chaos versus norsca. Warriors of Chaos currently, pre-DLC, is a better norsca. You guys wait, alright? In like, whenever that DLC releases. Oh boy. Yo, 3x Wrathmongers. Oh my gosh, 3x Wrathmongers will be so hype. You still have to fight the kite, but like, it'll be a good start for Khorne. I think any non-kite faction, it'd be really fun to go 3x Wrathmonger. Mong 'em up. Or she got 4k value on a Griffin Legion? Holy moly. All cavalry instead of single entities, plus Mother or Stankia with the armor debuff, huh? Fancy, fancy. Oishi's been dabbling in the debuff game lately. He's hit that stage of multiplayer where he wants to experiment with with debuff spells. Little does he know that they suck. Okay. Like, I don't know. I've seen Oishi. I think it was Oishi, right? That did the Demons of Chaos games. Where he used, like, Flesh Hounds and, like, Glittering Scales, I think. And Plague of Rust. It's an interesting thought. Honestly, I feel like Bune is better, but I feel like you just cast Bune on whatever cav you want to kill and you're done. You're set. That's pretty cool, though. Happy to see Mother or Stankia make it back into the meta. Exciting. Sale gonna be so good for the roster. Dude, a Caster Lord? Oh my god. A Caster Lord for norsca? Okay, honestly though, like, what's he gonna bring to the table? So he has a cool summon, right? He can summon the spawn friend thingy. What's norsca missing? I wonder if ChatGPT knows. What units is norsca missing? Total War. Alright, I'll check Reddit instead. This was 8 years ago. It's not like anything's changed since then. All missing lore-friendly units for Norsca. This is a list I made of all missing lore-friendly units for Norsca. Did they have Sail in here? Who could have predicted? No, actually, it's technically not Norscan, but let's see here. Fimir Murg, Fimir Warlord, Marauder Lord of Skeggy, Victi, Sorcerer Lord of Death, Fire, and Metal, War Leader, Heroes, Fimir Balefiend, Fimir Noble, Marauder Champion, Monster Hunter, Seer, dude, Monster Hunters. Yeah, Norsca with some actual range units would be such a change. Beastmasters, Bondsmen Archers. What? Norsca can have archers? Dark Souls? 1, 2, and 3? Freeholders, Huskarls, Kurgan Archer Brutes, Outcast Reavers, Shield Maidens, Slavers, Thralls, Valkyries. Dude, these guys deployed fast. Yo, it took them forever to build the armies. We're in. It's time. Oh, God. Brother the Blocker. I know. I'm looking at a Reddit post. You were 1-0 because of a bye round. All right. Horseman War. Yeah, look at that. We got a little dancing. Dancing Queen action. So the strat is you move forwards, and then when they shoot, you move backwards. Rinse and repeat forever. They kind of cancel each other out. You make a mistake, they die. The end. It's harder than you'd expect, because it's a lot of micro back and forth. Oh, we got Wolfric. He has a boat. I'm on a boat. Spirit Leech, though. Wolfric, decent HP. It'll take him a while to die to Spirit Leech, but it will get him eventually. Smart, because Burning Head doesn't really do anything here. Hellstriders. Oh, Oishi with the Marauder Ice Wolf Chariots. Love them. Dude, Oishi loves these guys. He doesn't even go for the normal Marauder Chariots. He goes for Ice Wolf Chariots like a Chad. That's some rank 1 material right here. All right. Oishi knows. Oishi knows that he likes these guys. Are they good? I have no idea. What's their mass? Are they 3K? 2K. It's okay, I guess. Brother, my apologies. No problem. No problem, brother. Yeah, Ice Wolves in the desert. They are melting right now. They should take a damage per second debuff. We're being way too hot in the desert. Oh yeah, Oishi's amazing with chariots. Already got some good space, capturing 2 points against a Hellstrider faction. Crazy, man. He's even posturing for this last point. Overall skirmish damage, you can't tell because this thing's still broken. I really hope CA fixes it. If CA fixes this or adjusts it to be gold on battlefield, I will be so happy. I'm begging CA, man. We'll see though. I'm really waiting for that update. I have so many suggestions that I'm waiting to see implemented. By the way, Rotting Riders are hype. As much as Oishi is good, the skirmishers are kind of trading evenly. Rusto is really good too. We don't see him as much because he doesn't have as much time to play tournaments. But he's very strong too. You can tell because the trading value is actually quite similar here. Does Rusto have horse masters? He has 1 horse master. Okay, yeah, they have extra range that helps in the skirmish wars. Although I will say, Rusto, he's getting value. He is holding 1 point, so he's probably fine. It's probably gonna come down to trading, isn't it? Hellstriders definitely help out on that front. Rotting Riders outclass like all Norscan mobility. He'd have to throw this unit. Oh, Forsaken on the Berserkers? Oh my god, what a massacre. Forsaken are basically Berserkers, except they have armor, which makes a pretty big difference. Holy Burning Head! Oh my goodness, those poor Berserkers. Goodbye, Frenzy. Chariots get a good charge on the Forsaken, though. But will they get surrounded? No! Oishi's god. It's 95 speed Chariots. Yo, that's impressive. That's a lot of speed, actually. Burning Head drops. From the Norscan spellcaster? No, it's Archaon's Burning Head. Did it bounce? Did it bounce back into his formation? Burning Head bounced. Yeah, yo, crazy. Yeah, you can just make it go back and forth wherever. Anyways, here's the thing. Rotting Riders are insane. They've only lost one entity, so they can heal. They have damage resistance, 15%. Holy piercing bolts, though. Oh my god, oishi. Yo, this is a real slugfest. Things got hot real fast. It was like a minor skirmish bout, and then suddenly everything starts dying. Gets the capture point. This is going to be a trading game 100%. Berserkers are grinding away, trying to catch the skirmish cavalry. Hellstriders are getting caught up over here by the doggos. Beasts of Tashnar with their anti-large ripping them to shreds. Can Rusto make up for the losses going down over here? That's a whole Hellstrider unit down. Looks like the skirmishers are getting way more aggressive now. Kind of just trading into each other. More Ice Wolves coming on in. Another skirmisher. Okay, all right, Rusto. I see what you're putting down. So Rusto's actually going for a triple cap now. First time watching something like this. Wow, pretty cool. Yeah, yo, multiplayer is hype, man. There's a lot more going on than in campaign. Although we do see misplays even from the best of players. Norsca and Ice Wolves on the Horseman. There you go, he realizes. Pulls away to safety. Should be able to kite them all. We do see some Hellstriders coming on in. Solid surround on the Ice Wolf chariots. But massive pick. The Rot Knights get murdered. And they're slowed. Oh my god, did he just cast Glittering Scales? You madman? I mean, Glittering Robe. He just gave the Skin Wolf 75 armor. Is it gonna do anything? I don't know. Maybe it helps source the Hellstriders. I will say though, that does not really compare to that one Searing Doom he did. Searing Doom just deleted everything, man. But yeah, you know, there you go. Oishi, you gotta stop with the buff spells, man. I never see them do anything. Like, most of this buff isn't even gonna last until the battle's already, like, done here, right? Like, a lot of it ended up getting wasted, but, you know, we'll see. He's still the top player in the world. Maybe he knows something I don't. Good counter push, by the way. Yo, killing those Rotting Riders, I don't even know how he did it. I guess it was just a Skin Wolf pile-on. It's over. Yo, yeah, losing a 2,200 gold unit is pretty deal breaking, right? I think Rusto might have overextended going with that triple cap. Now he just has a bunch of horsemen left, but he lost like his entire melee front to a bunch of Skin Wolves. Dare I look at that Skin Wolf value? Already paid for themselves. Literally full HP. And by literally, I mean slightly under, but they paid for themselves. It's probably better than having 30 Winds of Magic left over, I guess. You might as well take the Gehenna's Golden Hounds or something. Oh, this is actually a pretty big misplay, though. It ain't over till it's over, by the way. This is a pretty massive misplay. Glittering Robe. All right, let's take a look at Glittering Robe. How much of a difference does it make for these Skin Wolves? They rout anyways. Oh my god, how about these Marauder Chariots? You know, Glittering Robe is helping the Chariots hold a lot longer. This was a waste of magic, though. Absolutely, this is a waste of magic. The Chariots are still gonna die. The Skin Wolves just routed. Does it really matter that they have 100 armor? No, right? Like, they're gone. They're totally gone. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. I don't know, man. I think you could take Gehennas. All right, call me crazy, but like, that was pretty brutal. I guess technically the Ice Wolf Chariots came back, but they're at 0 HP. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. There's some real magic. Oh my god. Oh, the piercing bolts. That did so much more damage. Holy crap. That was what? That was like 350 gold. Like that. Compare that to Glittering Robe, Oishi. What are you doing? What are you doing, Oishi? Man, he's just fooling around. He would never do this in the grand finals. Just kidding. Didn't he do this against me in the grand finals and we've like dumpstered him? Or was that in a normal tournament? I forget. Regardless, Archaon's still alive. If Wilfred goes down, that's a huge plus for the Warriors of Chaos, okay? Warriors of Chaos still have a lot of teeth. The Hellstrider resummons is also very powerful because they get the Soul Hunter ability. Just +3 leadership means that they'll stick around in the fight way longer, but a solid Skin Wolf charge comes on in. Nothing can really fight the Skin Wolves in a head-to-head. Looks like, yeah, they're gonna be grinding down the cavalry kind of slowly, though. I don't know if he has like a missed attack order or something. or if they're like targeting these Hellstriders or whatnot. There we go. Now they're doing damage to the horsemen. So the horsemen are going down. We got skin wolves over here. It seems like the positions are kind of weirdly flipped right now. Warriors of Chaos in the backfield. Oh, and the surround on Wolfric. Hellstriders, they have 95 speed to Wolfric. 65. He's a slowpoke. Spirit Leech coming on in. Or is she doing it strictly for the aura? Honestly, it kind of works most of the time. But it looks like Wolfric will get saved. Oh, and the Skin Wolf charged straight into the Hellstriders. Anti-large crushing them. Hellstriders do get a minor charge on them. Oh, and the Glittering Robe. That's going to save like dozens of HP on these Skin Wolves. They disengaged. Wow, look at that. Sick Glittering Robe. Is it going to do anything while these Hellstriders pull away? I guess maybe it forced them to retreat. I don't think it would have been a good fight for them regardless, though. But, you know, a little bit of HP over there is going to last. Hey, you know, it kind of helped in the end for that little final bit. Honestly, they still took a lot of damage, but... there you go. Glittering Robe, people. Maybe he's using it to proc the damage buff. He doesn't even have the passive. He doesn't even have the passive. Holy crap. This guy stands by Glittering Robe. Oh, my God. Does it? Look at that. Yo, what a mad lad. Insane. Holy crap. Lol, nope. yo Oishi's absolute mad lad, man. I love this guy. I love his builds, man. He likes to experiment a bit. He plays Norsca. He doesn't play the sweaty factions. He still gets #1 on the leaderboard. What a Chad. But can he win this battle? He does have a double cap. Very close on the points. I think Wolfric just got popped. No, he's on the opposite side of the world. Wolfric the Wanderer indeed. Archaon the absolutely surrounded by Skin Wolves. Come on, Archie, you're better than this. Marauders are helping out. Some javelins getting dished out over there. But your lord needs saving, man. Skin Wolves are a menace. Dude, Skin Wolves surround. Oh my God, that might be a deal breaker. Or she with the killer instinct even has some wolves over here. God dang those Skin Wolves. Oh, and the wolf surround on the horsemen. Counter charged by the Hellstriders. Archaon might live. Can you believe Wolfric actually lived longer than Archaon? Wolfric didn't rout. Archaon's running for the hills. But which direction is he gonna run? Towards Wolfric? Oh my God. Okay, all right. He even got the Skin Wolf surrounded. No glittering skills cast here. If they were cast, it might have actually saved them. Oh, but the Ice Wolves come on in. As long as he stays close to Archaon, he's never gonna rout. Oh my God, the Hunter of Champions, no! He's hobbling though. Wolfric's not that fast, apparently. He's really hobbling. All right, there you go. Oh, is he walking towards Archaon, the menace? The aura, he misses. The Marauder Horsemen come on in. Dude, Wolfric might have just died trying to kill Archaon. God dang it, Wolfric, not like this. Archaon continues to run. He may rally at the edge of the map. It's really gonna be hard to decide. Wolfric's gonna run too. What are these Lord throws in this game? What a tussle. Caster dies in the distance. Come on, Archie, you got this. He's at 0. Oh, he rallies. He rallies right as Wolfric routs. Oh my God, Archaon has some massive leadership. He's probably gonna rout anyways, though. He's back to -6. Oh, and he gets one fadeaway Spirit Leech. Oh my God, Archaon! What the BM? He just kills Wolfric and leaves. That's hilarious. Well, that's a massive loss for both sides. Leadership is in the dumps. All the forces are on the edge of the map, and it's gonna come down to not an army trading game. It's gonna come down to a victory ticket game. Huge BM. Dude, that was crazy. Oh my gosh. He rallied because of Wolfric routing nearby? Actually, maybe. Probably not, though, but maybe. Now, here's the thing, though. I think it still probably comes down to army trading, right? Oishi still has a huge army lead, you know. We were focusing on that. But in the meantime, he was still up trading fairly well. Chaos was all in his backfield getting surrounded by, like, Noggos and such. So, unless Rusto suddenly pulls off a miracle by just, you know, killing everything with Hellstriders, it's probably over. I say as Rusto starts to kill everything with Hellstriders. God dang it. God dang it, Warriors of Chaos. Oh, okay, this one's actually pretty good. This Glittering Robe. Helps the skin wolves hold for like 2 seconds longer. They route anyways. Oh, glittering robe. Oh, you. Oh, you. Yeah, 68 armor is not that much to hold up against Hellstriders. It's like at most you're getting like a, considering the arm piercing value, you're probably only getting like 30% damage resist, which is like nice. But it's not going to stop your units from routing in a bad fight. And this is most definitely a bad fight. It's pretty brutal. Actually, very close game, by the way. Hellstriders come on in. If this point gets captured in a good amount of time, this one could fall soon after. It's definitely favored for Oishi, but I would not say impossible for Chaos to win. Although it's getting less possible by the second. We got some Marauder Horsemen in here. Hellstriders desperately trying to save things. Yeah, pretty rough. Pretty rough. And yeah, we're at the point of no return. 50 seconds to capture a point with no units currently capturing. That's as impossible as it gets, good sir. He's summoning in the Hellstriders. They don't even have that great Soul Hunter buildup because it's mostly been cavalry fights. So they're not getting that much of a leadership buff. I'll still take +2 leadership, but pretty low. Damage resist is pretty low too. Charge bonus, also pretty low. This is a 4 capture weight unit. It will take 25 seconds to take this uncontested. There is less than 20 seconds. Less than 25 seconds left in the game. So, yeah. They're not going to capture it. Especially considering we have horsemen here. They move on in. Hellstriders. They cannot capture. And the game goes to Oishi. What an amazing round one. That was an amazing round one. Very sick. Archaon with the 1800. Wolfic with the measly 270. God, that was crazy though. That was a crazy fun game. Ice Wolf Chariots didn't do well. Though they won't do well against, you know, Rotting Rider, Hellstrider spam. That much makes sense. No Hell Cannon summon. Kind of surprised. If he summoned in the Hell Cannon at the beginning, I feel like he could have crushed it. Maybe he was worried about a full rush with all those berserkers. Caster got 1200. I don't know, game lasted long enough where he probably could have used his magic with more piercing bolts. But so be it. Skin Wolves though. Ah yeah, Hella Valley. This one got 2500. Sick, man. Absolutely sick. Marauder Spearman. Interesting. They didn't really do that much though. Kind of like the dog with summons though. 1500, almost 1600 over there. Very fun match. Extraordinarily fun match. That was great. I love that. The useless glittering robes. Yeah, Oishi doesn't need optimal magic use. Alright. All he needs is... Oh dang, we're already in the next round. Hell yeah. Advancing the Swiss. At Goblins. Round 2. Imagine I guess second buy round. We're up against MW. Yo, yo. Face, my brother. Alright. Kislev, Empire, Warriors of Chaos, Khorne. So I believe top bracket gets to ban too. So we'll need to see the factions. The map is gonna be Norscan Rise. Hell yeah. The Norscan Rise. There we go. I won in that I got to watch an amazing match. He's only Warriors of Chaos. Alright. Kislev. Empire. Khorne versus Warriors of Chaos. Interesting one. Maybe I do Khorne. Empire's jokes. Let's not play the mirror. Kislev, Empire, Khorne. What's he gonna do? What could he possibly do against us? Warriors of Chaos with top tier in Warhammer 2? Really? Since when? This must have been earlier Warhammer 2, unless I'm forgetting. I remember their 6 skirmisher style was really good. Skirmisher spam was like really popular. Actually, yeah, I think they were. Yeah, I think I remember. Was Norsca also top tier? They were pretty spooky, right? Berserkers are really good. Can you do some comparisons of some of the fights with and without glittering robes? Sure, sure. Although I don't have my second account with me right now. I don't have my backup laptop currently. So it's a little bit harder to set up. The thing is, you can make an optimal situation for glittering robe and it might actually look pretty good in a vacuum. The problem is, oh hell yeah, I want to play versus Khorne. Yeah. Best army blocker. But yeah, you can set up a situation where it looked like, wow, glittering robe does so good in a full HP cavalry versus full HP cavalry scenario. They're fighting each other, right? You know, for the full duration, it will make a fairly big difference. As we saw in that battle, nobody's gonna sit in a prolonged battle, right? No one's going to be taking a fight where they don't plan to route your units anyways. So glittering robe has way fewer proper use cases. There were only a handful of situations where glittering robe would have been useful, and he didn't even catch those situations most of the time. So it's kind of sus. It's kind of sus. But in a vacuum, I'm sure it looks fine. You can make Flaming Sword look good if you use it like against an elemental bear, I guess. You know, if you get like 4 huntsman volleys on a unit, Flaming Sword will pay for itself. It's true. It's the myths are true. But that's about it. That's about the extent of its capabilities. You don't play Vampire Coast anymore? Yeah, no, not really. Vampire Coast kind of fell off ever since they started hyper-nerfing them. So how do we want to take this fight? I have me an interesting Khorne army. Let's put it that way, okay? A very, very interesting Khorne army. You guys will love it. Let's see here. So I have all of that biz. And what's like a good piece to just top this off? Man, I wish I could run Khorne Chosen. It's too bad they suck. They don't even have ITP. Spending 1,450 gold on a unit with no ITP. Not even the Slaughter Guard have ITP. Oh god. You can tear out the Slaughter Guard. Nurgle win. I already won a tournament with Nurgle. The ones that I win tournaments with, I play less for a little bit. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, that could be a fun one. Sure. Sure thing. Ooh, alright. Alright, I got myself a fun build. Worst case scenario, we get Bloody Massacred. What's ITP? Immune to psychology. Makes you immune to fear and terror. Helps with the leadership and staying in combat instead of getting insta-routed. A lot of people use fear and terror to push units that little bit more to get them routed. There better be one Wrathmonger in there. I'm sorry to report. There is not one Wrathmonger. Always use Flaming Sword and Glittering Robe. Thanks, Sen. Oh boy. You know, technically against the AI, they'll stay in combat. Problem is they'll also blob up. There's 4 Wrathmongers. I can't even take 4. Anyways, I'm ready. Let's see. Let's see what he's got. It's Warriors of Chaos. Warriors of Chaos, pretty jumpy here. Unless Hellstriders and rip my face off. Slaughter Brute. Slaughter Brute. The sick single entity. That sucks. At least it's pretty cheap. 2K is a reasonable price point. Unbreakable's kind of nice too. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we get surrounded by Hellstriders. We just insta-die. Death immediately. Anyways, I got a sick build. This build in no way can it possibly lose versus Warriors of Chaos. So I have the one thing Warriors of Chaos can't bring. That's Wrathmongers and Hell Cannons. Actually, though, this is probably pretty good. This should just brutalize them. And then I have some horsemen. I got some Marauder horsemen. Late game, slightly ineffective, less range, less you know, more expensive, but you know, I don't plan on this game being too close as long as I micro my Hell Cannon right. So here's the build. Here's the build. Ready? Good luck, have fun. I'm finally bringing the Skull Taker. Long time coming. So I brought the Revel and Slaughter on him. It's +8 leadership. Totem of Endless Bloodletting, +4 leadership. He's basically a Grail Relic. He's basically a Grail Relic on steroids. You know, we got Hellblade, Bloody Onslaught. Good melee defense debuff. Fairly short cooldown. So no one can out-duel this guy. A classic. I would not do this against a proper kite build, but Warriors of Chaos can't kite that hard. The question is it gonna bring like Hell Cannons or something? Hell Cannons are probably just gonna have to rush down with these guys over here, right? We'll see. Yeah, if we brought Mass Cav Horsemen, I got a second Skull Cannon. We'll be fine. I'll be good. If he also brings a Hell Cannon, though, we'll have to see. He's ready. What are we gonna see? Tons of horsemen, a little bit of infantry, Hellstrider action. All right. Well, I definitely win the melee fight. Melee fights is no issue. So Furies are pretty good against horsemen, but I'm probably gonna get my second Skull Cannon first. I beat his infantry into the ground. These are also Chaos Warriors. They die horribly to these guys, so that's not an issue. Kerblamo! Get blasted, son. This is gonna be a good start. Can I get dodging? Woo! All right, decent dodge. Get the close range shots on him. Oh! Brutal. All right, here we go. Second cannon away. Get the dodge. It shoots almost immediately. That's pretty jokes. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Love to see it. So I should just be able to out-trade here then, right? Should just be able to out-trade. I just gotta not take so much damage on Skull Taker. If we do that, we're kind of screwed. But double Skull Cannon is a good starter. Very good starter. I just gotta capture 1 point to slow down his capture rate just that wee bit. Khorne Gores can start making the way over there. They're a little susceptible to kite, but it happens. Alright, Skull Taker. Yeah, so he really just wants to use his Marauder Horseman here to out-skirmish me. That's fine. We'll be okay with this. Here you go. There's the shots. And here's the Furies. So Furies are especially good here for harassing the Marauder Horsemen. Can also kill off the Hellstriders. We haven't taken an extreme amount of damage yet on these guys, which is nice. Khorne Gores kind of gets skirmished hard though. You gotta be wary. Rotting Riders. Okay. Crazy lad. But yeah, Furies now should be quite good. I can just kind of YOLO them in and we'll be okay. Let's get another shot in. There we go. Nice. Oh my gosh. Those Marauder Horse Masters too, they're expensive. Overall, these cannons are doing great. And the Furies should be fine here. I doubt his Hellstrider is going to do much in this situation. If I just pull them like so. Kind of gets his Hellstriders caught up. Furies are on his Horsemen now. Like I said, it's not a pretty situation getting caught up there. And Skull Taker's in here. Yeah, this is gonna start getting nasty for him. All right, these cannons are just generating hard value for us. There's another big old charge in the face. He thought he was the kite. I was the real kite this whole time. 'Cause now I got these guys. Unfortunately, these things do run out of ammunition. What do I plan to do about that? I can kind of dodge with these Marauders. I'm not Marauders, Wrathmongers. Okay, here we go. Let's take our point here. Capture point secured. Hellstrider should be down soon. Nice. You know what? I could just de-summon this guy. Because he's at pretty good HP anyways, so why not? Here come my horsemen. Solid. Okay, and he's going for the first capture point. Over yonder. I will be able to chase off his Hellstriders. That's good. I will have a lot of horsemen. At good HP, too. That's a very important thing to note. Having horsemen at decent HP is huge. Unfortunately, you can probably take these points very effectively. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. This should be a good shot, though. Oh, goodbye, Marauder Horseman. Alright. Kind of wish I had more Furies, but what can you do? Such is life. Hellstriders are coming on in. Maybe I can get a 6 around here. I do have to get a second point at some point. Otherwise, we get screwed. Okay, nice. He just commits the Hellstriders. That's pretty crazy. It's a little ballsy. His Hellstriders over here are just YOLOing it. Okay. Let's pull on back. Start the skirmish kite shenanigans. Okay, there we go. Furies can go over here. Get a little bit of a surround on that. We have our Furies winning that engagement. Honestly, the Furies do so well against Horsemen. It really is the only thing that Warriors of, that Khorne has against Warriors of Chaos. Although I will say, he probably kills my cannon over there. Alrighty, alrighty. We lose a unit of Furies. Oh, I don't even know what killed him. That's a little unfortunate. But his Marauder Horsemen are getting caught up at this point. There's his Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Metal. Interesting. So we're gonna secure this point. I have Wrathmongers here for his aspiring champions. He straight up summons a Chaos Giant. That's insane. We just summons a Chaos Giant. All right there, buddy. So he fancies himself a Chaos Giant in this situation. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I'm gonna capture this point, that's for sure. I'm gonna pull back over here and maybe get some surrounds on his boys. Marauder Horsemen, like I said, really bad versus Furies. So you guys just gotta run. And if I can get some picks here, we're fine. These Wrathmongers should just delete his infantry. That part's not an issue, and it'll be a little difficult for him to retake any points. Here come the Minotaurs and Skull Taker. He has his debuff in a little bit, so he should be able to secure that situation. And his horsemen are still struggling versus the Furies. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know how a giant actually does versus Wrathmongers. I feel like it does badly, but we'll have to see. Okay, here we go. Can I kill his Lord, actually? A Lord snipe would be huge. And definitely a massive loss for my opponent. Marauder Horsemen are running for the hills. Nice, nice. I got my Furies over here to help out. Skull Taker's doing great. There's the debuff on his super expensive units. Dang it, lost my Furies again. God dang, these Furies die so quickly. Hey, his Lord's dying though, at least. And he's losing that. So I think we'll be fine. Considering the circumstances and how much damage we managed to mitigate, as long as I don't lose by victory points, I think we'll be okay. Aspiring champions suck in that situation. There we go. All right, very expensive unit down. Lord on his way out due to an overcommit. And now we can start worrying about these points. So I can get him to... Yeah, I'm going to go for the middle point. I don't want him to just summon one Hellstrider, you know? One Hellstrider and then just bully my guys off. That would be most unfortunate. I'm going to do this instead. Wrathmonger's coming on in. Can they get on the point soon enough, though? It appears not. Oh, barely. I still think he captures that, though. Unless my horsemen make it. What a close... what a close point. Come on! Oh my god! Heroes of Khorne! Absolute heroes of Khorne. What in the world? Alright, well, if I just get some Furies in here now, then I'll be okay. We killed an enemy lord, hell yeah. Yo, Wrathmongers are monging him. They're monging it up. They're just devastating his forces right now. This is what happens when he trades all of his skirmishers into the Hell Cannon. He starts suffering real bad in the actual grind because Wrathmongers are insane. They're just insane. All right, here we go. Good Fury charge, and they're dead. Dude, these Wrathmongers. Dude, they cook so hard. The speed nerf. The speed nerf was just a speed nerf. They can still tussle in a fight. Holy moly, what a massacre. The moment they got their hands on him. The moment they got their hands on him, he just melted. That's some big cooking right there. That's the massive cooking. All right, here we go. Get debuffed. Yo, Regiment of Renowned Wrathmongers versus Giant. Who wins? Definitely the Wrathmongers, right? It was a little sus, I'm not gonna lie, but he sees the writing on the wall. God dang! Even against a full guy. Dude, they cook so hard. I think if he took a Hell Cannon, he could have won, though. Although I would have rushed it down with the Wrathmongers. Dude, yeah, so basically I just stalled until the late game, and then the Wrathmongers just cooked everything. If he's not getting his skirmisher shots on the Wrathmongers, it's GG. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. I think Warriors of Chaos can still absolutely win it. He also like lost his Lord and overcommitted with his Rot Knights. And he also summoned a Giant, which is kind of insane. I think the Giant was the weirdest play. Had he brought in just more, I don't know. Just brought in more anything, man. You could have brought in anything else. Marauder spam just to capture points. He probably could have stalled for the victory. Is only playing Undivided viable? No, Slaanesh is very strong. Slaanesh is one of the best factions in the game right now, actually. Yeah, so you don't have to play Undivided. You can totally play Slaanesh. Turn is one with Nurgle, so they're at least viable. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the late game Horseman. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so Rusto gets one free Swiss point because he got a buy round. Now we wait. I feel like so a Hell Cannon I would have just rushed with my Wrathmongers to melee it. That was my plan B. He do Warriors of Chaos, Bile Trolls plus Exalted Hero, Doom Totem, Be'lakor or Azazel, Hell Cannon for maximum leadership destruction. It's a fun idea, but most of the leadership loss actually comes from damage dealt to the unit. Stacking leadership debuffs generally doesn't make up that difference. You usually like the leadership debuffs just so you can hit slightly earlier, but like really stacking it doesn't really do you that much. Don't fall for the Khorne trap again, Ent. You know what happened last time? I know. I know. Khorne is fun, but like that game was definitely like I was playing from. It felt like I was playing from behind. Want to see someone bring Kolek? Papa Kolek? I brought Papa Kolek once, and then I decided Archeon was better in every way. Look at these guys. Kolek, 78 speed. Archeon, 94 speed. Armor piercing, 470. Kolek, 600. Bonus versus large, 30. Archeon has 70 melee attack, though. Does it really matter? They're both almost guaranteed to hit anyways. Way higher melee defense. Cheaper. Spellcaster. Versed in the ways of the arcane. Terrifying. And Kolek's a huge target for shooting. Really, the biggest thing though is the speed. Give Kolek 94 speed, suddenly he becomes ultra meta, trust me. A speedy Kolek would annihilate. Most definitely. Swords of Chaos with Archeon. So, Swords of Chaos. Fan favorite unit. That kind of sucks. The 1500 gold cavalry, they have good weapon strength, but 24 entities means they get really surrounded. Apocalyptic charge is kind of cool though. Alright. Charged speed bonus. But look at that speed. 70 speed. These guys are slow. They're slow, man. They're so slow. Buff Chaos Knight ponies. So make them slightly faster, man. You can stack Guardian with Archeon, but like Archeon's tanky enough. He doesn't need the extra physical resist. It doesn't make a big enough difference. At this price, you might as well let Archeon die and resummon him. You make you get more HP that way. Like he costs almost as much as the Swords of Chaos. So that's the effect, same effect as like 50% ward save. In a sense. Hit, you know, hit or miss, but you know, like, yeah, Guardian's not gonna help. As a unit, yeah, not really the best. Hero Hammer, like Herald Hammerstorm for Chaos. Nope, this guy's too expensive. Way too expensive. 1600 for a foot character? What are you doing? Are you even playing Domination if you're spending that much money on a foot character? I'm sure somebody can make it work, but most Vampire Counts players are really good at the game. Because you kind of have to be really good at Counts to play them. You can't just play Counts. You need like a lot of knowledge about how factions function, I feel, to play Counts properly. And what happens is you get a weeding out of the weak, where only the best are playing them. And that's why they have an insane win rate right now in Total Tavern. Herald's very funny against undead factions until they rally at the 35 meter range. Where is it at? Yeah, until they rally at the 35 meter range. And then they walk back in, and then he dies to cycle charging from a dragon. How do I know this? It happened. He's an anchor. He's not an anchor. Define anchor. Define anchor. If you define anchor as a 1600 gold unit that gets out captured by 200 gold worth of zombies, be my guest. Be my guest. You know, I guess he won't die. He won't die, but he's gonna capture a point? Absolutely not. He gives me the news. Oh, okay, well in that case it's fine then. I can't argue against that. Yo, if he was actually, if he had a bigger aura, so easily if CA makes this aura like even 55 meters, I think he becomes really interesting. And give him a horse or something, like god dang, 33 speed. Oh god, he's way too slow. Aspiring champions are an anchor? Yeah, aspiring champions are an anchor because they got 5 capture weight and they don't die from cycle charging by a Vargle. In fact, look at aspiring champions. They actually have almost the same melee defense as Herald, right? They have more HP by a long shot, the same armor, silver shields. Aspiring champions are better than them in every way. Cheaper. Now that's an anchor. This right here. Encourage. So they help other units anchor down on the point. I guess he also has encourage, but that's just to say that there's not that much of a difference between him and aspiring champions. I guess he's unbreakable. He's still gonna die, though. He's still gonna die. There should be no abilities under 55-meter radius. I think some abilities, it's okay. Especially some of the AoE damage abilities. I feel like it's not too bad. But aura abilities, God, yeah, you're right. It's very hard to get them applying their effect when the radius is so low. It's like so small, you basically have to be in melee with the unit. If it's under 55 meters, it might as well be a contact effect, right? You know, if anything, it might even help him if it's just a contact effect. To just make Bane of the Undead a contact effect that lasts like 30 seconds. That would be cool. So then that way they route and then they keep routing for a bit. Rather than having to stay near him, which is almost impossible for a foot character. That would actually, that'd be pretty good. Trust in the leadership destruction. All right, what was your leadership destruction do? Bile Trolls, Exalted Hero of Doom.
Trust in the leadership destruction.
I see a donation. I investigate. All right, fine. Fine. Oh wait, we were on Chaos. Okay, so Bile Trolls. I did do something similar against Skaven. Bile Trolls are -8 leadership. You can take Azazel. Exalted Hero of Doom. What does that mean? Doom Totem? Oh, okay, I see. So you take Doom Totem on him? And then Hell Cannon. Bribery, we accept bribes on this channel. Alright. Let's see here. Might as well. People want to put money where their mouth is. Thank you very much, by the way, for the Swiss francs. I believe those are Swiss francs. We can advance the Swiss. I gotta get Warriors of Chaos, though, to actually make this work. And we're up against Opal Bear. Okay. At goblins. At goblins, not goblins. Round 3. Nice. Opal Bear Black. Yo. Kislev. Empire, Warriors of Chaos, Khorne. I can force them into playing against Warriors of Chaos. That's pretty easy, right? What are the maps? The map is gonna be Bordeaux Land. Bordeaux Landing. Okay. Lizardman. Kislev Slanesh. Interesting. And I believe I am first Bane. Bane, Kislev, and Slanesh. I'll play against the Lizardman. And then what? Bottom bracket picks one. Warriors of Chaos. Empire, Kislev. Come on. Give me the Warriors of Chaos. Big money. There's no way he wants to play against Empire Kislev. As Lizardmen, dude, death sentence. Instant death sentence. Except for maybe Kislev. Aspiring Champion should have an AP baseline. We got that. It's called Severed Claw. Severed Claw are actually not that useful, though. Aspiring Champions do well enough. Because they just have a ludicrous weapon strength. So look at that. 28 armor-piercing damage. This guy has 28 armor-piercing damage. Technically, aspiring champions have as much AP as Chaos Warrior Great Weapons. Fewer entities, sure. But you can't deny that they don't have a good amount of AP. They still hurt when they hit. Hell yeah, Lizardman Warriors of Chaos. Let's go. Let's do it. Severed Claw used to be in every Warriors of Chaos build, really? Say what? I don't remember that. Maybe it was just the hype. Did they ever get nerfed? Alright. Bile Trolls, Exalted Hero, Doom Totem, Belcor or Azazel, Hell Cannon for maximum leadership destruction. Alright. So, I gotta not get Skink Skirmished to death, though. That's the spookiest thing. Skink Skirmishers are a pain in the butt. Azazel's hype, though. Wait a second, my rule set says... Where's it at? Pavane, banned for just Lanesh. Ah, hell yeah. Ah, hell yeah. Yo, I can run Pavane. Oh, he's ready already? Oh, God. Interesting. Exalted Hero. Should it be on a steed or should it be on a chariot? Against Lizardmen. Very infantry-heavy faction. Probably on a chariot, right? Okay, next big thing is Azazel has to run his extra Demon Blade because that's minus 16 leadership. If he brings a Shredder of Lustria, I could actually just route it off almost immediately. Monstrous units will have a very hard time against this type of build. They will probably be mass routing into the horizon. Okay, I should definitely run at least a couple Hellstriders. At least a couple Hellstriders. I have 1,600 gold left in the main army. How does one spend 1,600? 2 normal trolls? Sounds garbage. A regiment of renowned Hell Cannon? Double Hell Cannon. Watch me just get absolutely shredder rushed. I'm thinking double Hell Cannon's a terrible idea. Give me some of these. That'll do. Alright. I want a bunch of those. I want a few of these. Just get the works. Warriors of Chaos armies build themselves. And then a bunch of these. Alright. I think I have a decent enough build for most Lizardmen armies. Lizardmen ain't the spookiest faction. You can absolutely dumpster them with the right tools. Hello, are we evil? Define evil. Quite possibly. Is Luther okay? Absolutely not. Have you read his lore? This is one of the more sane versions of Luther, if anything. Armor blocker, there we go. But yeah, I will say, aspiring champions in general don't need armor piercing. To return to the Twitch message, aspiring champions should have more variants. Where are my Nurgle aspiring champion great weapons? We got our Zinch Halberd. We need great weapon aspiring champions. And we need to have some dual weapon Khorne aspiring champions. And you might as well get the whip aspiring champions for Slanesh. Like, come on. The units make themselves. Alright. Here we go for your bribery. So this is the low leadership monsters beware build. We have Azazel, we have Pavane. Ready, good luck, everyone. We have some horsemen, few horses. We have this guy, I guess. He has a Doom Totem, which is a -4 leadership. Azazel is Fear, -8. Terror, routes at 14 leadership. Hell Cannon, -8 leadership. Doom Blade, Demon Blade, -16 leadership. What's not to love? And Bile Trolls, Stomach Acid, -8 leadership. All combined, I can route a Bastillodon in seconds. I'm outnumbered by 2. All right, if he has any infantry, though, he probably has more units than me. Here we go. Yeah, aspiring champions for all gods. Ah, hell yeah. He brought the Shredder of Lustria. So this thing has 90 leadership. Mazdamundi's over here with his healing and whatnot. So this is actually totally fine. If I wear it down enough, I can totally massacre this poor thing. It's all about doing enough damage to get it to rout. So Shredder of Lustria, we gotta play hard, keep away with it. Here's the thing though, aspiring champions are pretty good at holding the line versus all of these skink units. So that's definitely not an issue. We get our aspiring champion over there. Then I believe I don't have to worry about getting kited. It'll be a solid start. Solid start. I can wear this down with Hell Cannon. Look at that. Its leadership is already suffering. So it's going to naturally come over to this tower here to try and hide from the Hell Cannon. And that's where we pull the trigger. And then we surround it and give it the massive leadership debuff and rout it instantly. Boom. Get shot in the butt. I really want to rout this thing off, but Mazdamundi's kind of chilling nearby. Can't really afford to just let Mazdamundi wreck my face. Aspiring champions are here at least. I only really need the 2 aspiring champions. I don't need more than that. Do I need Forsaken? Maybe 1 Forsaken over here. Okay, so he has some salamander hunting pack coming on in. That's fine, that's fine. This thing does fire damage, by the way, so it stalls his healing a little bit. It's gonna be rather painful for him. It's not like he has a lot that can really help here, right? Another great thing we can do, we can rampage this guy. So it's actually just gonna YOLO forwards for a bit. Mazdamundi does have an ability to stop it from rampaging, but it already scooted forwards, and that's great for the Marauder Horsemen. Aspiring champions can just pull on up now. Did he net Azazel or something? Couldn't really tell. All right, Azazel, get in there. Azazel's getting on in. Dude, that rampage is so annoying. All right, there you go. Come on, Azazel. He's trying his best. Dude, that pillar's screwing him so hard. It's getting low, though, already. Half leadership is actually a little spooky for that unit. Holy crap, it might even rout here. Dude, if Azazel lands a hit and actually manages to rout this thing, that would be so hilarious. Because, like, his entire build is based on this. Based on the Shredder of Lustria, right? If it routs here, he's so screwed. Oh my god, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. The Shredder of Lustria, not like this. He's giving all the buffs he can to it to try and keep it in the battle. It might barely hold, though it got extraordinarily sus. Holy moly. Oh, it holds, though. It holds. Come on, baby. Come on, give it to me. Well, they're definitely on the hunt right now. That's good. And it's gonna hold. Dang it. Yo, that was so close, though. We almost routed a Shredder with my boys. That's pretty hype. Unfortunately, it does hold. Had we been able to kill it, that would have been massive. They just whoopsie daisies. Killed my Hell Cannon. Didn't even realize. Azazel versus Colossadon Hunter should be okay, right? Yeah. Alright, we gotta back up a bit. Trading wise, things just went downhill. Losing the Hell Cannon is rough. Maybe I can get to rally them. Trolls over here. God dang, dude, that was almost the play. Now Azazel's getting bullied. Ah, god dang. Not like this. Did the cannon live at least? I don't know if the cannon lived. Oh, it did live. Hell yeah. Shoot him up. There you go. Azazel, you gotta book it, though. Oh, did he get netted? Oh, I think he got netted. Crap. Crap, that's rough. All right, well, I lost Azazel, guys. All right. That's a little unfortunate. God dang, Azazel. Why you gotta suck? That's why you run Archaon. God dang. All right, well, at least we killed off a skink unit for more or less free. Let's see here. I can definitely spam Marauder Horseman over here and probably take his Far Point real quick. That at least is not a terrible option. Colossadon Hunters. I could probably just surround here and get them killed. And then we'll just have to see how the rest of this pans out. God dang. How much does it cost to resummon Azazel? What a ripoff. You were supposed to win it, Azazel. That's painful. What are those? Cold One Knights? Never ask a Slaneshi why they suck. Oh boy. Come on. Pull it back, boys. Pull it back. Maybe I just get a sick Azazel resummon and then we kill the Shredder of Lustria and we're good. I'm gonna capture his back point. That at least is a starter, right? Cavalry against the Shredder of Lustria can be pretty sus, but not insurmountable. I just gotta deal with these Colossadon Hunters is all. Surprised he's not going for this fight. Very surprised indeed. Hellstrider surround, doing okay. Still have to be a little careful there though. It's painful. Azazel will be back in but a second. Come on, come on, get that capture. Looks like you might barely save it. That Shredder is so out of position though. I feel like I should be able to make a big play. Come on, Azazel. Come on. Just get in there. I know you can. There you go. Okay, I got Azazel back. That's a plus. That's definitely a plus. Time is of the essence though. He has a massive army over here. So we gotta head all the way back now. God, painful. Honestly, if I had been able to get the route on it, we might have just won outright there. It's so unfortunate that it barely stayed its ground. Let's see. We got to make sure he doesn't recapture this point. That would be a death sentence indeed. Hell Cannon's doing fine. It does kill off my boys, though. All right, here we go. Let's try and pull it back. Okay. I should be able to rout off his Colossadons at least. That's a start. He has so much stuff over me now, though. Everything was committed to the leadership break. Everything I owned was supposed to break its leadership. Alrighty. Well, we're stuck on a double cap situation, huh? Yeah. Yeah, the cannon shots are still pummeling. That at least is fairly nice. I can get some Forsaken in here. They can get a little bit of work done. And Azazel is, you know, he's doing okay. Let's get another one of those rampages, maybe. Kill the Shredder, life gets much easier. So he saves it from the rampage, uses his bubble, makes sense. It's still enough to get it to scoot forwards ever so slightly, which is why I'm using it. It's still, it's a little bit of a waste still, but all right, here we go. Shredder's really low now. God, he has so many units. No. Who would have guessed that not getting an army sucks? It was so close, though. It almost crushed it. Yeah. Dang it. No Archaon, too, is also really rough. I thought maybe. The thing about the ROR Shredder is it has a lot more leadership than other... than just like a normal Saurian. So him deciding to go all in on it was pretty nice. Oh no, maybe I do finally kill it now. Here we go. We go all in. I should have another Pavane over here. Just rampage it. Nice. Okay. Cannon's gone, so no more leadership debuffs there. But Azazel can probably finish the job now. Come on, man, just route. I put so much money into this routing core, and I just can't route this thing. I know Master Bundy has a lot of leadership buffs, but god dang, man. God dang. Okay, it finally routes, but at like no HP. Yeah, all right. The leadership bomb is not it, man. It's not it. I don't know what to say. It does not work. God, what a Chad. Honestly, though, normal Archaon probably could have taken care of it. The big problem is that having a Azazel is just a little too rough. He's just a little squish ball. Dang. 'Twas the beast that killed the beauty. If it was a normal Saurian, though, if it was just a normal Dread Saurian, we totally could have annihilated here. For sure, man, for sure. Those things have very low leadership comparatively. You know, maybe I can still kill Mazamundi. Maybe it's not impossible. I'm still gonna grind, although he's probably gonna triple cap me and then I'll just run out of time, but I might as well grind it out. Can Azazel kill the Mazda? Kolek, yeah, Kolek could have done some smashing. Honestly, Pavane against I shouldn't have taken Pavane. I should have taken an extra. Does Slanesh have an extra leadership debuff? They might. That might have actually won it if I didn't take Pavane. Although Pavane got it to aggro into me, which was kind of important for the fight. I don't know, kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to tell. I could have worn it down a little bit more with my skirmishers. That probably would have done well. And just hard trade it. Or I could have just tried the Mazdamundi snipe first, and then after Mazdamundi's dead, we're good. Anyways, it's totally over. GG, well played.
You have been bested. There is only defeat.
GG. Super duper over. Yeah. Well, I gave it a good go. This guy paid for himself. Azazel I had to summon twice because of the pterodons. I did manage to get it to route eventually, but it got way too much value. I needed that one engagement. Honestly, I think I could have played it slightly better and could have won it. If we played even slightly better, I think I could have actually gone it to route. Such is life, though. These guys got some hella value. How'd my aspiring champions do? Yeah, I think I sent them into the cohort of Sotek, which ended up being a misplay. God dang. I should have just rampaged Mazdamundi. If he can't cast spells, it makes life so much easier. Doesn't Slanesh have a leadership debuff too? Yeah, I could have used Phantasmagoria. It was so close to routing. Had I used Phantasmagoria, we might have actually won that. God dang, that was the misplay. There you go. Ah. It's a very all-in build. It's fun, though. It's kind of fun. Definitely the biggest way to reduce leadership is damage, though. Phantasmagoria is underrated. Well, you know, when you have Pavane of Slanesh, why would you run this? And then when you have Melkoth, why would you run it? It's strong, but it has a really long wind-up time. And it's only an 11-second net. So if they don't route because of it, it's not as effective as many other spells. Dealing damage is actually... Here, let me just... Okay, you guys want to see... I'm pretty sure, if I get this right, troll country. Let's take a look. So if I go to... Let's say, just take the Empire. And I take a Melkoth's caster. So Melkoth's is a pretty average spell. There's nothing like crazy about it. If I get a Lizardman unit over here, I just want to see how much leadership damage they take just from damage. Also, yeah, Phantasmagoria is 11 seconds. So unless you can guarantee the break, it doesn't pay for itself much. I think it is like a little underrated maybe, but you can even dodge it. It's a little janky. Do you host tournaments on the weekend? Nah. Weekends are my day off. Work-life balance and all that. So take a look at a normal Melkoth real quick. So we just cast Melkoths. It's a 6 leadership debuff. Do you see what I'm saying here? You can cast 2 Melkoths. It costs less than Phantasmagoria and it does damage. So why would you run leadership debuffs when you can just kill them? And it's also a leadership debuff. This is the great pain of you know, like something like the Withering, right? So Melkoth basically is the same leadership debuff as the Withering. Exception is with single entities, of course, but you know, if you can kill off all the cav, it's still a pretty nice win. Still pretty nice win. Anyways, if I win the next match, I should still be able to make it to the thingamabob. So not to worry. Warriors of Chaos versus that was the Lizardmen. Lizardmen win. Because you can run damage from other sources that get compounded by actual leadership debuffs to route faster. No, you you just use the damage twice. You just damage them twice, and then they get leadership debuff twice from that. All right, mixing in your leadership debuffs with something that's good doesn't result in something that's it results in something that's good, but despite the leadership debuff. All right, so like this is why all high-level Wood Elf players that are going really sweaty. All right, like this can just be seen by how people are playing at the highest level. People do this, right? They just run 2 Melkoth's branch rates and they call it a day. It's actually insane. Anyways, yeah, you run it for the memes. And we almost won with the memes. I think, honestly, I'm willing to chalk it up to a skill issue. I think we legitimately could have won that match if I just took 1 more leadership debuff. But, you know, it was going to be hard regardless. That Shredder of Lustria has base 80 leadership. It's insane. It's very high. But yeah, this is the proper meta. Double Melkoths. Oh my goodness. It can work in campaign. Everything can work in campaign though. AoE leadership debuff. Is that bad if something is relatively good in campaign only? Yeah. Yeah. Though, also, I will say most campaign players aren't good enough to actually make use of the leadership debuff in a meaningful way. So, let's actually show something off real quick. Let's say you have a Saurus Warrior unit over here. And then you have a Wildwood Ranger, right? So, this is typically what people would do in campaign. Right? Take a look. Because trust me, it's actually fairly important information. I'm not saying you can't run your spells. I'm just saying it's just not good. And you can tell because no one uses it. All right, I'm fine with the memes though. All right, like, you know, I think Darstrix, he knows what's up. All right, the memes are great. But so if you just send in like a unit of infantry, right, and then you have these guys. And then, do I have a leadership debuff in here? I don't, but here. A lot of people would see this situation, right? And they're like, oh, I can use a leadership debuff to route these Saurus, right, when I rear charge them. And then they'll cast a leadership debuff, and then they'll route, and they'll be like, wow, that leadership debuff is really good, right? It doesn't matter. The unit is going to be in the massive negative leadership anyways when you rear charge. Right? What's the difference between minus 55 leadership and minus, like, you know, 60 leadership? Right? Or minus 55 and minus, like, you know, minus, like, 70, right? Like, who cares, right? They're... Usually when you hit a unit, you're not barely routing them, you're over-routing them. There's very few situations where you have a unit on the cusp of routing. The only time was that game when I was stacking the leadership debuffs trying to route the Shredder of Lustria. But yeah, most people in single player won't have the skill where an 11 or like 16 leadership debuff will actually make an impact. So it will feel like it made an impact because the unit routes, but that's because your units are doing things. Yeah, death is the best debuff. Death is indeed the best debuff. Anyways, there's nothing wrong with the buffs though. I'm not trying to attack what you enjoy in the game. I'm just saying it sucks. And even most multiplayer people probably won't barely get to that close mark. Those margins are real tight. But I'm sure someone can make it work. It also is pretty. Nothing really beats a rear charge from cavalry, though. My goodness. Stop bullying my lizard boys. They just beat me. I gotta get my revenge. Can you check how close the shredder got to routing? Oh, yeah, we can. Replays. Ooh, we can actually see this. Let's make sure the bracket isn't done real quick. Dang, people. Everyone's still playing. Look at these guys. B6 has a bye round. Dang, B6 has been having a rough day. Yeah, I think this game was the closest where like you have a really thin margin to route a unit. Monstrous units are probably, if there were a situation for leadership debuffs to work, it would be against these monsters, because typically you don't have a lot of high damage sources. Marauder Horseman volleys can be really good, but let's just take a look-see. So you can see this bad boy. Hell Cannon brings it down to 66. It's not a terrible start. I still think we could have won with the same build if I played better. Okay, there we go. He charges in. Like, this was a really good engagement for me. This was really good. We stopped his range units from firing. So Shredder of Lustria got down to 20 leadership. Gets hit by artillery. Back up to 38, though. 23, okay. 14. 15. 25. The bouncing means that it can rally. 8 leadership. 7 leadership. 0. It got to 0. It barely touched 0 leadership. Holy crap, man. Dude, that's crazy that I almost got it routed. That would have been an easy win after, right? Look at my value lead. If it had routed there, I would have totally won. Because Azazel can just chase it off. Oh, God. Dude, that was so close. It actually touched 0. It does have to be below 0 for like a second, I think, to actually get a route. But, yeah. Dude, that's mad. That's maddening, man. I easily could have chased it off after that point. Like, what's actually here to save it? I guess a net and the Colossedons. So he would have had a second opportunity to rally it. I think in the end, he probably would have rallied it unless, like, I got Hellstriders chasing it too or something. But my goodness, that was extremely close. That was so close, man. What the what? Dude, oh my gosh, that's brutal. You think Fire or Shadows is overall stronger lore for multiplayer and single player? Oh, easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, I got you. So, lore of Fire is better in a campaign situation. Assuming at the highest level, right? I speak for the highest level because everything works at the lower level. At the lower level, you can just say, I like using Lore of Fire more. I have more experience with it. Suddenly, it's the better spell, right? So, we're the only area I can speak of in a more objective manner. Burning Head and Flamestorm dominate blobs in single player. And if you know how to manipulate the AI into blobbing, instantly you get massive value off of this. This bad boy lasts 54 seconds, man. It lasts forever. Make it last 27 seconds so it doesn't friendly fire your own guys. But it'll just blitz their ginormous blob. Burning Head has an extremely large cast range. And generally, upper limit damage is better for Upper limit damage is better for single player. Consistent damage is better for multiplayer. And in this case, Burning Head is actually mostly dodgeable, even in multiplayer. And Flamestorm doesn't even see play, which means that the consistent Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma on Elite Cavalry is guaranteed value, and it's a very safe spell to take. A lot of people run Melkoths, even when Lore of Fire is accessible. Though, it's a close one. Between Melkoths and Burning Head, I would say currently, Melkoths is better. Go back, you know, a couple months, easily it could switch over to Burning Head. You know, Burning Head in some matchups is really good too, like against Petonia or Wood Elves. Even so, Melkoths can help out a lot there, but healing factions can kind of mitigate it. But overall, currently my money's on Melkoths. How's no one taking Buna nowadays? Because Melkoths. Melkoths is basically the same damage as Buna, but you can cast it more often, you can cast it earlier, you don't have to overcommit and overkill units, and it also has a slowing effect, which is really good when it comes to cavalry engagements. Because, yeah, cavalry engagements are very, very easy to swing over with the speed change. We're up against Pontim's Claw, okay. Yo. Oh, I gotta win this one. Otherwise, no semis for me. I gotta make it semis. My opponent points are low, but it's actually fairly even with a lot of people. If we take out Pontim's Claw, that means, yeah, I'm probably gonna make it if I win this. So, just win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Also, yeah, Melkoths, I think does Melkoths actually do more damage than Buna? I think it might, right? Isn't Buna like 2,200? Melkoth is like 1,000. So if you cast 3 Melkoths, it's cheaper than Buna and you do more damage. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I checked the exact numbers, but I think it was about 1,000, right? Or, yeah, I think it was about 1,000. If Atissi makes it to semis, I'll do one more meme build. Alright. So Empire, Warriors of Chaos, Khorne. I'll take it. I can always get my tournament wins in later. We have lots of time to meme it up. As long as I make it to top 12, I qualify for Turin's tournaments. And by meming it up, it forces me to have to try hard a lot more. So it genuinely is good practice. I'll take it. So this guy's playing Dark Elves X5. He bans Kislev twice. I'm not playing Khorne. Screw Khorne in this matchup, okay? I don't want to get kited by Dark Elves. Not in this match. Maybe in the semis. Map is Proving Grounds. Got to see a Kislev game. He banned Kislev. So, Dark Elf, Scourge Runner Chariots will run you 950 gold. They have a range of 150. Empire War Wagons have a range of 130. For reference. Proving Grounds, very forested map. So, we're gonna have to see how this one plays out. Interesting. Very interesting. So Dark Elves, what do they even have? They have their kite play and have anything else? I feel like Dark Elves are kind of chumpy, but let me double check the spreadsheet. I have faction threats. Dark Elves have Chaos, Chariot Kite, 5-minute infantry rush, Cold Ones, and the Medusas. Okay. Hawkland should counter chariots, yeah. I gotta make sure he doesn't just 5-minute rush me, though. That would be pretty brutal, right? Because if he does that, he crushes the melee fight. We get annihilated. Sad times abound. I have a fun strat though. Will it be good? We will have to see. Honestly, this is a pretty funny strat. It's a pretty funny strat. Okay, so I'll do some of this, some of that. What lord do I want? Against Dark Elves? Lords are plentiful. Take a Master Engineer, just shoot him up. Probably not a Master Engineer. This one, though, this is a good lord. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, classic. Oh, my goodness. Everything about this feels amazing. This is definitely going to be a weird build, but trust me, it will be a fun one. Sunmaker. Sunmaker's face. Sunmaker is pretty fun. I will not lie. Ooh. Ooh. Oh boy, this is a crazy build. Okay. I will have you know, this is one of the builds of all time. Absolute insanity going on right now. Oh, he's already ready? Look at this guy. Let's see here. Sunmaker deletes everything, it's true. Let's see here. It's feeling pretty good so far. What else do I really need? Probably just a bunch of these guys. You can't really go wrong on that front. And then what? Am I taking the war wagons? Are we war wagoning? Are we war wagoning today? War wagons pretty good. You can't really go wrong with war wagons. Alright, here we go. Hope you guys are ready for insanity. It's more insane than this guy. Right there. Right there. Here we go. It's always War Wagon Day. I actually brought them in reserve. So of course I have to go for the Cav Max, right? At least a light cavalry maxing. The idea here is simple. So I bought Demogryph Knight Halberds, and I bought double Melkoth's casters on foot because they're extremely cheap. No Pistoliers, actually. No, it's melee Cav Max. Because kiting is actually a lot harder on this map. So I bought double Melkoth's caster, copy that straight from the Wood Elf Handbook. Bought a Hochland long rifle here. And the plan is simple. Park these guys in the forest. Get a surround on them. Blast them. Ready. Luck, have fun. Use Boris to get some routes. And there's no way he wins a cavalry fight. No way he wins a cav fight. Just in case, I got some backup war wagons. We have a boys here. If he has kite himself, long rifles will hard carry. So I don't think he can win a kite game against me. If he goes for infantry rush, or like 5-minute infantry all-in, then we should be good. Leadership debuffs, you say? We bring Boris because you want a smidge. You want a smidge of leadership debuffs to get them over the edge, but you don't want to stack it. And yeah, sure as hell aren't spending magic for leadership debuffs, my goodness. We're bringing in Melkoth for our magic. And we begin. He has some Reaper Bolt Throwers, some Bleak Swords, some Dark Shards. Okay, this should be hilarious. So, yeah. I'm just gonna rush his face down. Marathi ain't got nothing on me. She has Soul Stealer, Pit of Shade. She also has Melkots. Okay. So gotta not eat Melkots from her. But other than that, I think we're okay. Boris should be fine. I'm just gonna spam the cavalry. Kill his range units real quick. We should be good. We can dodge bolt throwers. That's not too bad. Okay, here we go. She's gonna get one Melkots off, but I'm gonna be all over his back line in a second. Because he's really pushing up with his infantry. Like, he's trying to play the long game, but this is going to be a very short game. That's the problem, right? Shades with dual weapons. Ain't no shot that they'll be able to win this fight. Well, I don't know, maybe. We'll have to see. It is a cav fight in the forest against spears. So after the charge, I'm just going to disengage and let Boris handle that situation primarily. Then we'll get in the back line, kill off his artillery pieces and all of his range units. And then I think he's pretty screwed. There we go. Nice. There's his Dark Riders. Who cares? They're just Dark Riders. Here we go. Yeah, and he's way over pushed. Way over pushed with his guys right now. You can see they're just kind of out of position. Everything's out of position. Marathi's kind of getting dumpstered too, which is not a pretty sight for the Dark Elves. I'm not even gonna bother going for these guys. Not really worth it. And then as long as Boris can just dumpster Marathi, I think we're done here. Looks like we got pretty good engagement so far. There's no way he's gonna be able to make use of his passive. Marathi's just dead. Boris is a god. Holy crap. There's a big old route over there. Hawklands are cooking. Storm. Yeah, and there's the Cold One Knights. Hello, value. So I'm just gonna ignore them. Send in my Demogryph Knights on them, and then get a Melkots. And then Melkots overcast them. So now they're just completely dead. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way these Cold One Knights win this fight. They should just get deleted. It does stack, by the way, the two Melkots. So they just take insane amounts of damage. This is gonna be rather painful. Okay, casters, you guys, actually, you want to chill here just to kill off his cavalry. But there we go. Pretty good route. Nice. Very nice. There go his chariots. Amazing. Marathi's gone. I can tell because Boris is idling. And, yeah. He took way too much range. It's that simple. If you go for an artillery piece at the start, you better be ready for a full rush, and you can't advance. Advancing is what killed him here. Absolutely. Oh, hello. I see you like giving me value. Yeah, do you see what's going on here? This is an extremely elite unit of Cold One Knights, okay? That is not something you can just throw about like it's nothing. And they're already at half HP. It's so good, man. It's so good. Let's see here. Yeah, long rifles can shoot over there. Let's get more Empire Knights. Dude, we're just spawn camping him at this point. Gotta make sure I don't throw, but it's pretty donezo. Especially with Boris in here now. It's a swift charge to the face. He's gonna get one Dread Spear over there. That's why we have long rifles. Boris helps with the routing because of the leadership bombs. Nice. And yeah, they're gone. Amazing. I still have a lot of Melkots. They're dead. Okay, yeah, he's tabled. It's done. There's nothing left. Lizardmen are basically it's the same. Cold One Knights and the Lizardmen cav. I'd rank them very similar to each other, I'd say. Oh my gosh, look at them long rifles. Pummeling him. He almost got 0 victory tickets this game. Oh, that's brutal. Alright, GG.
Unending glory is yours.
Yeah, spooky Empire builds, man. You really... There's so much to consider. I think he was thinking I was gonna kite. He was probably preparing for a kite build. That's why he had Marathi Melkots. to slow grind my cavalry, right? Maybe Melkoth's, the Hawklands. He had an artillery piece to kill off my chariots, and some range units to fight my archers. And then it just, you just get hard countered. Empire is so good at just surprising your opponent. It's brutal. Unfortunately, means that the game was very short, so I don't have much to do for the next little bit. Except for dwell on that loss against the Lizardmen. God dang. Showcase of Juchi power in multiplayer. Hey, we won a good few games with Dark Elves. They're not that bad as long as you don't get caught out like that. Like, this was definitely just a build victory. Also, Boris annihilated Marathi. Did you guys see that? He dumpstered her so hard. Also, hell yeah. Value. Did you qualify? We'll have to see. It depends on how everyone else matches up. Currently, I'm 3rd place on the bracket, but everyone else has to play their games first. My opponent points are really low. Pontim's Claw does not make it, though. Sampo and Opal Bear are going to be playing against each other. So really, Sabris, Maximilianaire, and Rusto are all going to have to play against each other. Yeah, they're going to be playing against each other. If 2 of them qualify and end up with higher opponent points than me, then we don't make it. Is there a reasonable value bringing Earthblood? No, Earthblood is a really slow grind type of spell. Healing got nerfed a lot. So unless you're healing 4 units of cavalry at the same time, it's not really going to be super value. And Earthblood, like, you got to disengage. Group up and heal up for Earthblood for max value. And in a cav rush like this, it's all pedal to the metal value trading. That's kind of why I brought Double Grey Wizard. Double Grey Wizard's a weird tech, but they value trade really quickly by spamming Melkoths. So it kind of worked out. Like, he kind of just made sure that no cavalry he summoned would ever beat my cav. But if you were playing a really slow grindy game, Earthblood would be nice. Yeah, 350 each. They're so cheap. Empire, I think Empire mages are the cheapest mages. Yeah, you can't always count on me kiting. You can't always count on me kiting. So literally a unit of spearmen, yeah. It's insane value. That can obliterate cav. Well, you're spending your whole Winds of Magic pool, but it's true. The problem I see is people start wasting money with these guys. Like, if you put them on a horse and you're like, ooh, I really like the faction passive. Oh, and you know, I could use some extra magic at the end of the game, right? And it's like, ooh, maybe I want variety in spells. We'll take Enfeebling Foe, right? This is why people lose out on value a lot of the time. Because is all this utility really worth the over 500 gold you're dumping into this wizard? Probably not. You just want a guy that'll spend your Winds of Magic, right? Just cut down a little bit, man. Cut down. Make him cheaper. You can make him cost nothing. The baseline is 250. You always kite on me kiting. What should Juchi do there? So you leave the artillery piece in reserve and you don't push up. You have to play in a box, otherwise the cavalry will run over you. He kind of moved out and tried to capture all the points at the same time, and that really screwed him over. It really screwed him over. Because none of his range units were defended. The rule of thumb, if you take a range unit, they have to live. Or your opponent has to die trying to take them down. As we saw in that game, none of his Dark Shards did anything, right? his main #1 goal should have been protecting all of his range tools and then figuring out victory points after that. Cause yeah. Like you can, my Hawkland long rifles, they were fine. They did so good. They were completely untouched. And they got hella value. While I often disagree with how quick you are to ignore items, it's true. Yeah. Some items, I think I was a little bit too aggressive on my cost cutting. Because sometimes you just need your single entity to win a fight. So with Alberic, right? And it really depends on like, what you're planning to do. So like Alberic, yeah, you want the Blessing of the Lady. That is a huge difference that makes sure he doesn't rout. Spirit of the Tempest is a game-changing ability. Foe Seeker to preserve his vigor and get out of sticky situations. Heroic Killing Blow to make sure he actually kills things. Same with the Braid and Wrath of Manan. Like all these abilities will make a huge impact on the game. Excuse me. There's some abilities though that have very small impacts. But it really depends on what your game plan is. Do you want to play a long grindy game or do you want killing power? If you want to get a lot of value in as soon as possible, you probably want 2 spells. If you plan on ending the game in like a short amount of time. Kind of mix and match is true. I definitely am I can tell I'm a little bit too biased on fewer abilities. But there's definitely some situations I'm just less practiced on those. Is Mantide still the case? Actually, the meta has shifted pretty hard away from Mantide playstyles. The addition of, I think Forsaken got buffed. And people are getting a lot more comfortable with kite playstyles lately. I'm sure I at least played a minor part in it. Because when I first joined multiplayer again, I was facing a lot of Mantide. But it's toned down a lot since. People are like value trading with artillery a little bit more now. And only some factions are still sticking hard to Mantide. Like Empire will still go really hard. Wood Elves still really like super wide playstyles. But it's not the de facto playstyle anymore. It's kind of getting picked apart by these like value trading plays. Especially one really nice counter is using artillery to draw them forwards. Because Mantide, they can't really afford to take artillery most of the time. So you use like a hell cannon, they have to march forwards and then you catch them with your cavalry surrounds. It's great. But like factions that can still pull it off, Empire, Beastmen can still pull it off. Betonia can still do fairly well with the Mantide style, I'd say. Skaven really like spamming slaves and such. But you see it a lot less with factions like, let's say, Slaanesh. There definitely was a time when people would just like, they'd be like, yeah, just do mass marauders, especially pre-nerf, god dang. But yeah, way less common with Slaanesh now. Nurgle, I don't know if they used to Mantide a lot or if they would always go for like Noxbringer shenanigans. Vampire Coast, that's like the only playstyle that works for them. Ignore the bloated corpses. But yeah, Vampire Coast, they still go for it. I'd say it's a nice mix. Nothing will ever beat Rat Tide. That's because everything else sucks. What's the recommended buy-in for a campaign experience? Which/how many expansions are semi-essential? I would say no DLC until you want to play a new faction. Like if you're like really looking at like, honestly, the biggest value I would say is you buy Warhammer 1, 2, and 3, buy Warhammer 1 and 2 on sale, and you already have access to like 1 million factions. You can totally get like 100 or more hours of the game off of just the base games. DLC is kind of just like a little sprinkling to get some cool extra factions. And to finish like the unit rosters and such. But yeah. Only mandatory DLC is Ikit. Okay, Ikit Claw is pretty sick, it's true. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so Rusto got 3 Swiss points, but he has less opponent points than me. Because, he also had a buy round. Okay. Well, that's actually a little unfortunate. Oishi is not going to make it either. That's surprising. Who'd Oishi lose to? Oishi lost to Rusto. They lost to Sampo, and they lost to Maximillionaire. God dang, Oishi having a rough day today. The one win was... Oh, no, they won against Rusto, but they lost to Sampo and Maximillionaire. Dang. Race DLCs are usually worth it if you want to play that race. Yeah. Like, having access to the units really nicely completes the roster. So you can go for that, but it's not required. For the full experience, though, if you're going to play a race, probably pick up their DLCs to get their units. Kind of depends on your budgeting, right? Wait for some sales, though, and you're fine. Khorne 3x Wrathmonger versus Vampire Coast. Oh, God. That sounds pretty terrible. Oishi hasn't finished their last game, so they're up against Fight Hour. I assume they're going to go 2-2. No shame going 2-2. I've gone 2-2 so many times. But it's definitely very rare for Oishi. They're quite a consistent player. Maybe it's because he's playing norsca with buff spells. Or maybe it's because Maximillionaire is really good. Same with Sampo. They're very good. I think Maximillionaire and Sampo are contenders for players that are just straight better than me. Although Maximillionaire, I don't know if he's just vampire counts. Like, I don't know how he does with other factions. So, like, if I played against his Warriors of Chaos or something, right, would I struggle or would I win? That's kind of the big question. But I definitely lose to his vampire counts. So if you kind of average it out, right, especially in SFTs, he's a very spooky. Sampo is a really nice, well-rounded player. Extremely good micro. I'm a little worried about them, but I think I have a decent win-loss against them. You have 2-trick pony, wood elves, and vampire counts. Okay. Well, there you go. Remind me to ban them if we face in the grand finals. Oh, vampire counts I already knew. Wood elves. I'm interested to see how you pilot wood elves. If you're good at wood elves, you should be good at a lot of other factions. You like how multiplayer demands you win. You own most, if not all, the DLCs if you want to have a decent time. Wait, you like multiplayer? You like how you need to have a lot of DLCs? I feel like for multiplayer, you can actually win without, you know, that many DLCs. Like, honestly, if you're playing campaign, you probably have a faction that you got all the DLCs for, so you have the full roster. And then as long as that faction is half meta, I think you're fine. Honestly, if you just play ladder with vanilla Khorne, you'll probably win just by spamming Chaos Warriors. Or do you need Warriors of Chaos with us? Honestly, you could probably win with Khorne just spamming Exalted Bloodletters. Let's be real. Ladder is pretty chill, right? And Khorne is a very easy faction to pilot. Ah, hell yeah. All right, matches are done. Who's in the top 4? Oh, I barely made it over Rusto. Literally 1 Swiss point over them. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. So, let's see if we can get our first tournament win of the season. Why don't we? Yo, if Torrent's starting a new season now, either the DLC is going to split the season in half, or if he has insider knowledge, we're not getting the DLC for a while.
What Nurgle
that's
Sork
rough.
+1
That's
naked
real
chaos
rough.
Sork with rod.
I don't know if he has insider knowledge or not, though. But like, you know, I feel like he would have like asked CA, or I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe he plans it to be a short season, you know, just like a 2-week season. Maximillionaire versus me at Sampo versus at Opal Bear Black. Alright. We're up against Maxi. Yo, yo. Kislev, Empire, Warriors of Chaos, and Khorne. We had a request. Warriors of Chaos, Nurgle Sorcerer Lord, +1 Naked Sorcerer with Rod. Wait, so you're saying, what's this combo? Warriors of Chaos, Nurgle Sorcerer Lord. Okay, well, I gotta get Warriors of Chaos first. I'll ban Wood Elves, because that sounds very annoying, and Slanesh. Okay. And then they pick Counts or Lizardmen. Nurgle Sorcerer Lord and a Naked Sorcerer with a Rod. So you're basically playing it kind of like Vampire Count style. You take this guy, Nurgle. You take him with Undivided. Undivided Forbidden Rod. Oh, he only costs 550. Wait, yo, that's crazy. Wait, 550? Wait, how much is a I think that's still 200 more than the Vampire Counts variant though, right? Vampire Counts Rod Stroker is 450. Oh, he's only 100 more. Yo, that's crazy. That's actually insane. Warriors of Chaos. Khorne against Vampire Counts has to be good, right? You can't screw up Khorne there. And an Empire. And hopefully he picks against Warriors of Chaos. Fingies crossed. KIslev vs. Counts rematch. Nah, I want to try this Forbidden Rod tech. Why Nurgle though? Why a Nurgle Sorcerer Lord? What about Rancid Visitations? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, so he's spamming the Spirit Leech essentially. I see. Interesting, interesting. I kinda dig it, especially for a lot of Vampire Counts playstyles lately. Are we on Arachnarok Lair? Ah, that could be very unexpected. Okay, wait, so you're saying you take Rancid Visitations. It does a lot of damage. You can overcast it. Make it last twice as long. That's kind of jokes. That's kind of jokes, my dude. Does anyone know if the Rot Beast gives you regeneration? Oh, okay, this heals. Interesting. That's so cool. Huh. Okay, alright. I dig it. I dig it. Huh. Now, how do I kill off the rest of them? It's Vampire Counts. They are very annoying. He can feel things like, he can feel a lot of spooky cavalry. Yeah, this is right up my alley. Oh yeah, army blocker. It's fine. We didn't show anything off. Maximillionaire went stream snipe anyways. Oh, he's already ready, this guy. Do I take Forsaken here? Forsaken's not bad at getting him to go wide. This map's a little bit awkward too. I'm not the most comfortable with this map. It's a little eh. High DPS is really good though. Like, I think Forsaken are just good against vampire counts. You can't really go wrong with that, right? Can you? Oh no, you got mega salted egg. It's okay. He's not egg special. We'll be fine. You know what? Let's try having some fun this game. I think we can have some fun. I think we can have a little bit of fun. Okay, so I have that. Then what? Core army's looking a little jank. I think I could tune it up ever so slightly. Do I man tide it? Is man tied it up? Are Marauders actually do Marauders actually cook here? Kind of a weird thought, but Marauders could be cool. Do I need any cavalry? Do aspiring champions cook here? I'm gonna need something to kill off his shenanigans. This is an insane play. Okay, maybe not that. Yeah, I'm really wondering how I want to play this matchup, because it's gonna be like a Mortis engine, right? It's almost impossible for my dude not to take a Mortis engine here. It's just too good. Mortis engine is insane. So I must be careful. Probably one more of these. Probably a bunch of these. Let's see here. You know, I think I will. Do I really want this? Nah. The map is very forested, so there's a lot of cover for vampire counts to take here, which is what's making me so worried. Because yeah, it's just a smidge unpleasant, you know what I mean? Just a smidge. Having to, I could just melee them. I could just fight them in melee, but I think they'll just win, won't they? Is anything weird I can do here? What does this thing do? I could do this. Oh god. Alright, this is getting into troll territory though. It's a hilarious tool, however. Oh boy. Alright, now that's way too memey against Maximilian here. Way too memey, okay? I like my memes as much as the next guy, but I'm gonna take this meme instead. Ah, hell yeah. Let the memes commence. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And then I think the finishing touch for this build, the thing that really rounds it out, is just 2 more of these guys. Okay. What's the worst that can happen? He just wins the game or something? Impossible. Double Giant incoming. Yo, Double Giant is such an old meta play against vampire counts. Such an old school play. Knights of Immolation for the rock drops. I did bring the Regiment of Renowned Doom Knights, because they should be able to dominate the skies, and I doubt he's gonna run Buna for them. They're in reserve though. You can betcha I'm not taking them out as a starter when they can get so hard countered. Here we go. So I'm trying out the strategy. I'm trying out the Rancid Visitation spam. He can't snipe my Lord because my Lord is way tankier and regenerates at a really quick pace. So if he has a squishy lord, that should help out a lot. This guy's just gonna sit back, relax, and heal. We have a ton of Forsaken. I can play fairly wide here. And I brought the Rotting Riders because a lot of people have been running cavalry for vampire counts lately. Ready, good luck, have fun. And I don't want to just get caved to death. So we're gonna go Rod Stroking, Rancid Visitations Overcast. If he has a cheapo lord, he's getting brutalized by Rancid Visitations. As long as I can actually get in range of him. But like, who's ever ready for Rancid Visitations, right? I think no one expects the Lord Snipe when you're on the Vampire account side of things. 'Cause usually people don't even bother because of your healing. This will be pretty cool though. I have so much magic with the Forbidden Rod. Knights of Immolation. They have Vanguard. A couple Hellstriders. Manfred. Hella expensive lord. So he's going for the Lord Snipe, but he also has Nehek and such, okay? But he's on a steed, so he has like no HP. This should be hilarious. There's no way Manfred is ready for this. There's victory point number 1. Alright, here we go. Yeah, he can dodge, so he shots like no problem. I actually took a little bit of damage from them. If I go directly below him, he should take some pretty nasty heat from these shots, and that'll help with the Rancid Visitations. Then we can, I think we're just spamming these guys, right? Okay, so he summons the doggos, that's fine. I got the micro, I can just pull away. That's actually a loss for him. Magic-wise, that's pretty brutal. Crypt Ghouls, who cares? Horsemen backing it up. There it goes. Rancid Visitations. That's very painful, by the way. Rancid Visitations hurts a lot, man. Manfred is not gonna like that. So he's already getting brutalized over there. And I got my Forsaken surrounding him. Here comes the Vargeist, whatever. A couple of Vargeists are not a big deal. His doggos are dead. And yeah, he's already almost at half HP. Sick. Now, I don't want to fight him on this point. That would be a death sentence. We're just gonna chill, accumulate our magic, and we'll be fine. Forsaken are chasing off the Crypt Ghouls fairly well too. Do I want mobility? Probably no on the mobility front. Okay, I almost have another thingamajig there. Trying to figure out what units I want. You know, honestly, Knights of Immolation would not be that bad. They would not be that bad at all. There's another cast. Yeah, here we go. Knights of Immolation. Dude, these guys are sick. If they lose to Vargeist, I'm gonna cry. They should not lose to Vargeist. Absolutely not. If they do, it would be so dumb. For the price I'm putting down on these guys, they better not die. Alright, I swear. Alright, get them, Forsaken. Some Vargeist summoned over here? Okay. I got Hellstriders I can bring in, though. And he's gonna commit them to the Forsaken. Makes sense, makes sense. Can I get some Forsaken charges in here? Just nice and early. Knights of Immolation are in. Oh my god, what a crazy charge they just got. Dude, the dumpstering them. It's like not even close. Well, that's pretty nice. Let's get some Hellstriders in then. There we go. Nice. Oh my gosh. What a dumpster fest. So they are getting killed there. That's nice. I think my Marauder Horsemen can go over there. Then once they're down, then we just kill Manny. And then we're good. As long as I don't lose my Lord, we'll be okay. There goes his units on the far side. Dude, it feels like he just positively cannot do anything to me right now. This is kind of jokes. I'm not gonna lie. Manfred has to use magic just to heal himself. Brutal. You don't want to just normal Nehek yourself. It's very painful to have to do that. My lord's kind of getting surrounded by his boys though, right? Ooh, that's a good charge though on Manfred. Not bad, not bad. Let's get into his back line now. I should be able to do that. My lord's in for a little bit of cooking. He may be getting cooked ever so slightly. Come on, come on. You know what? I'm just gonna charge in. That should be fine. I have another Rancid on the main. That'll do great. Forsaken on these guys, and then we just never let these guys land. My Forsaken are doing a good job just holding forever. And my Lord is doing fine. Knights of Immolation are doing good. Dude, Manfred's getting cooked. He's getting so cooked. This is actually an insane build. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Manfred is dead. What in the world is this build? Dude, I love it. I love it. Oh, this is why we take viewer suggestions. He's actually just dead. I never thought it would be this simple. I just click and then he's dead. It's that easy. Alright. Dude, and the Knights of Immolation are actually so hype. So I can just desummon that guy. We'll just get him desummoned. Knights of Immolation, they're doing good. Then we have some more elite cavalry in here. Forsaken just crunch him. And now I just spam Marauders, right? Just get the Marauder tide going. There we go. Yeah, my Lord's not dying, man. The healing is through the roof. He just doesn't give a crap. He just doesn't give a crap. He's... Without like a Dragon Lord or something, he actually just can't win a single entity fight. And then I have the rock drops on these guys too. His corpse cart's dead, so ain't nothing he can do on that front. It all started with the doggo shenanigans. Kerblamo. Pretty good damage, I'd say. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. I can just send them onto zombies or something so they can build up. Let's do some of this. Then I just save up for when he resummons Manfred, right? It's hilarious, but I can actually resummon this guy. Boom. Infinite Rancid visitations are abound. So he's clearly saving up to re-get Manfred. The moment he does, though, he's just gonna eat another Rancid visitations to the face. Or I can kill the White Kings if I want to. Yeah, so he's summoned in Knights. So I can just kill the White King. I can do whatever I want. I feel like I have so much freedom. I'm probably gonna give him this point, though. And take the middle. He brought in some Black Knight Lances. Whatevs, not a big deal. His corpse card is now dead. I can stop him from capturing this, by the way, just by sheer weight of warrior spam. Alright, I'm kind of transitioning into a pseudo man-tidy style. Okay, there we go. You just need to fight for 15 more seconds and you're good. And yeah, there's no way he can beat my capture weight at this point, right? God, that's such a crazy punish. So like lately, vampire counts haven't been taking a lot of dragons. They've kind of just gone comfortable with the fact that people are not really deciding to take the single entity fight against them. And that makes their lords a lot more vulnerable to these weird lord snipe shenanigans. Because usually, if he's on a dragon, he's going to be reasonably tanky. He's not gonna really be too worried, right? But like, if he just takes like a Necromancer Lord or Manfred, it's such a bloodbath. It's such an insane bloodbath. I can't believe it. Like, this is actually maybe meta. Against this playstyle, of course. It's not against all playstyles, but against this one. I might actually just want to run this one. Like, and these guys are so good. Did they pay for themselves? Okay, maybe not. Oh wait, those are the Rod Knights. Oh, they did. 2,000 value. Get bomb drops, son. All right, there we go. Nice. So then we just get our Marauders over here. Spam the Hellstriders. Just get that point secured. Yeah, and then without his corpse carts, he has nothing, man. You're nothing without your corpse cards. And look at this guy, he's full HP. Casually 2k value. Holy moly. It's a massacre. It's a bloody massacre. I can't believe like how strong this ended up being. Holy crap, man.
I knew it.
Holy crap.
Unending glory
Dude,
is
that's such a
yours.
sick combo. What? I was just spamming it. I was spamming Rancid. Poor Manfred. I can't believe it. That's insane. What? My dude. My dude. What the crap? Well, there you go. Sometimes you give me sick builds. Sometimes you give me garbage builds. Today it was a sick build. Dude, the Forbidden Rod Tech. I can't believe I actually used the Forbidden Rod Tech against Counts. Oh god. Yo yo. Kislev. Empire. Warriors of Chaos. Khorne. Huh. Also, the Knights of Immolation were actually really sick. 2,200. Guaranteed air game win. Like, no one expects it either. Oh god. Yeah, the ROR Doom Knights. Actual MVP. I can't believe it. Dude, they killed the Vargeist so hard, man. That first Vargeist just got deleted, even with Manfred support. Holy crap, that's a crazy build. That's a crazy build, man. Prove the Doom Knight deniers wrong. Oh, God. Ban. Kislev Slanesh again. Alright, here we go. One more game and then we've won. If I win this, I'll cast, I'll do some live coaching. Redeem to hydrate and stretch, thank you. I really gotta add exercise things back into the Twitch side. I went for a run yesterday though. I exercised, I ran. My 3 are let's see here. So Kislev, Empire, Warriors of Chaos. If he plays Lizardman into Chaos again, I think we just win it. Unless I get a weird build from chat. But yeah. Let's see if he wants a rematch. He's on Celestial Lake. I assume he wants to play against Warriors of Chaos. Empire and Kislev is kind of insane. Or we win. Or we win it. With the shenanigans. What's he gonna do? Want me to tip for Skull Reapers? God, no. God, no, please. Not Skull Reapers, man. We already saw Skull Reapers. Why are you wasting your money on that? At least pick something cool, like you know, like a Slaughter Brute or something, okay? At least give it a Slaughter Brute. Skull Reapers is so trash, and I don't even know why. They look cool. I already looked at them. You are forgiven for now. Yeah, tomorrow I'll enable the Twitch exercise rewards. Alright. So, Lizards. So, I assume he's gonna want to bring the Shredder again. I think it just makes sense. But I have pretty good builds against it. I don't think I have to worry too much. for the Slaughter Brute. 20 Danish kroner. All right,
For the
fine.
slaughter
I'll do
brute.
that then. Slaughter brute it is. Slaughter brute's not as bad as you guys might expect. It's unbreakable, and it can kind of duel a Shredder of Lustria. I just have to soften it up a lot, is all. You asked for it. All right, all right. I can make it work. Slaughter brute is not that bad. What? We're on Celestial Lake. Okay, that's fine. I just gotta make sure he doesn't catch me with skinks again. That was very annoying. Just getting caught up by them skinky boys. Don't want that to happen. Yeah, there we go. Very solid starter build. Shredder of Lustria is not impossible to deal with. It could just be very annoying is all. But I got a sick build for it. This is a tried and tested build. Unless he also has a Carnosaur in reserve, we should be fine. Even if he does, I have a Slaughter Brute. Oh, that's silly. Yeah, I guess I just have a Slaughter Brute. I'm sure it'll be fine. Gotta make sure my skirmishers don't get netted by Mazdamundi or something crazy like that. That would be most unfortunate. Forsaken are a good option always. You really don't have to? No, I'm doing it, man. I think legitimately I can make a Slaughter Brute work. I legitimately think I can make it work, okay? Worst case scenario, we lose, but like, come on, man. You gotta meme it up a bit. It does mean I'm going to have to lock in, though. So, usually, I don't go full Sweat Lord lock-in for the micro, but I'm going to play this super sweaty to make up for the fact that I have a Slaughter Brute, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. Let's see here. He can have a lot of skink skirmishers, so we need some sort of warding against that if he, like, goes full kite or something. And then the last thing is like pterodons. Pterodons are not the end of the world, but boy can they be annoying if you have no answers to them. We also saw the Colossedons were really annoying, but a Hellstrider surround on them will do. Yeah, let's use the Shadow Legion banner. That sounds cool. Alright, I can take one more marked unit. Should just be another Hellstrider. Honestly, Hellstriders is so sick. Yeah, you know, why not? Get a little bit of that action on. Is this a good build? Is this a good build? Only one way to find out. Alright, here we go. So, I'm going to play full Sweat Lord here. I have to play at the peak of my capacity, because Opal Bear is no slouch. Absolutely no slouch. So, yeah, don't throw my Lord. I brought Archie this time, so it's Archie Slaughter Brute. If he doesn't have any single entities, I've way overcommitted. Is Slaughter Brute anti-large? No, but it has enough melee stats to be anti-everything. It's fine. It does a lot of damage. It technically hits as hard as like a giant. It's just a little worse against infantry, but like, should be fine. Slaughter Brute with Flaming Sword. Slaughter Brute with Burning Head. Burning Head leadership debuff is great because it also does damage. That's why Burning Head is best in class for Lore of Fire. It's just so good. Alright, so this time I'm not letting him catch my Hell Cannon off guard. I let him get a bunch of skirmishers on it last time, and that was kind of a oopsie-doopsies. If he makes the same play, I'm hoping he just loses out on a bunch of skinks, and then we're fine. There's the beast. Slaughter Brute in it. So, yeah, I just gotta make sure this flank is secured, and then we'll be goodies. Alright, he's ready. What do we got? Deliver slaughter indeed. Mazda. Normal Dreadsaurian. What a guy! Alright, normal Dreadsorian dies to this though. He has Mazda on his shrine. Cohort of Sotek and Temple Guard. Okay.
Have a victory point.
That's honestly not too bad. So let's just go over here. Temple Guard are a little annoying, but like it's not that worrying. Because I do have my artillery piece here. He's kind of out of position. Way too much infantry on that side. So I should just be able to flank these boys. Cold One Riders, okay. I think I do want at least one Forsaken here. But yeah, we're just gonna soften up the Skinks a little bit to start. Here we go. God dang it. He got a partial dodge. Look at him go. Eh. It's fine. It's fine. We still got a route. That's all that really matters. I can full send on this side. Slaughter Brute means that I absolutely don't have to worry much about his Saurian here. Because Slaughter Brute can bully it. And then with his severely out of position infantry, I should be good. Like I said, we're Sweat Lord in it. He just summoned, so he shouldn't have support for these guys. Slaughter Brute's in. He's gonna countercharge that boy. And then hopefully we just kill off the Temple Guard and I'm fine. There we go. Need all hands on deck there. One more skirmisher because he actually doesn't have a lot of anti-skirmish. I think he's trying to go for a net. That's okay. Slaughter Brute. Ooh, it's a little bit out of position. He might kill it with Skinks. Hellstriders are doing really good though. Feral Cold Ones, not the biggest deal. Okay, alright. Slaughter Brute does survive. Archaon looks like he will live too. It's a pretty good burning head also. And then if I can just kill off his cavalry, I think we're okay. Hellcannon's getting hella work done. And yeah, Slaughter Brute will live. That's so important here. If that thing dies, I'm boned, man. We can't afford to let the Slaughter Brute die. I need it to kill this Saurian. So no melee fights for him. Hellstrider's got to back up from that. Probably more horsemen. Probably more horsemen. Okay, yeah, he gets a little bit of a summon, but if I route them, we're goodies. Slaughter Brute's doing work. He's taking the Saurian to Pound Town. He's unbreakable too. And with the Javelin support, I think he'll be fine. Hellcannon's still doing very good against the Temple Guard. I don't think he'll be able to catch it. Okay, yeah, and he actually disengages from the Slaughter Brute. That's not too bad. We pull back. Oh my god, he just friendly fired himself to oblivion. Holy crap, that felt unnecessary. He just super friendly fired himself. That's kind of rough. I felt like my guys over there were dead anyways. Alright. Slaughter Brute. I could probably start pressuring this far point now. So he loses his cold ones over there. Should be able to capture this point. Nice. Slaughter Brute can deal with the Temple Guard and all that business. And then we'll be okay. Cohort of Sotek, I just have to kind of play around. Getting that capture point's important. Capture, value trading wise, it's still very close. Remember, my skirmish value doesn't count, but also he heals. So it's kind of a toss-up. Do these guys have ITP? Okay, no ITPs. Very nice. Now I can start drawing him deeper into my lines. That'll be pretty nice. Slaughter Brute is in the cookie jar on the Temple Guard. The loss of his Temple Guard is very painful. You can see he has a lot of units, right? A lot of my damage is on this, oh my god. On that beast of a unit. Holy crap. Did he net these guys too? He netted them. Yo, that's crazy, man. Alright. Well, I'm not doing that again. At least Archaon can get a lot of damage on it. And this should be a pretty nice burning head. But god dang, did do a lot of damage there. At least I know his net's on cooldown. That's a very good saving grace. Come on, Slaughter Brute, you got this. It's taking a bit of heat. Same with Archaon. But overall, the fighting's not too bad. The tussle continues. ticket-wise, it's not too bad. Come on, Slaughter Brute. Can it kill his cavalry is the big question. It's definitely taking a lot of skink fire. But it's kind of drawing him away. That's not too bad. His red cresteds are doing their best. Alright, another fairly good shot. Come on, you darn units. Get cooking. Alright, here we go. I hope this is enough of an overextension on this thing. Wow, those red crests annihilated my Forsaken too. That's kind of unfortunate. But a fight in the forest is about as good as it gets here, right? Ah, okay, I see. So he's going for the ruination of cities. That's going to be rather painful. It's just hitting Marauders, though. It's not the end of the world. Forsaken do eventually win that far flank, too. And maybe we can actually go for an for a Mazdamundi kill, too. He's a little exposed, right? He's a little exposed. I got a nice burning head on him. We have Hellstriders coming on in. Archaon and Dreadsorian together. With the Slaughter Brute. I got him kind of distracted with the Mazdamundi. He wasted his net. And just like that, I should be able to kill this thing. The Hell Cannon is still alive too. Yeah, nice. That's a solid route. All right. So with that beast down, I should be able to win the rest of my engagement. Slaughter Brute barely stayed alive, which is everything I possibly could have hoped for. As long as I chase this thing off, we're good. And then I can just use the Slaughter Brute as just a nice tool to bully his forces a bit. Because it's going to be really hard to finish off a Slaughter Brute at this point. It's going to be very difficult. Ah, crap. No, that's a terrible cast. Okay, no, it did go off kind of in the right direction. But yeah, as long as this thing doesn't die, I'm okay. He's doing its darndest to try and kill it. But yeah, I think it should be fine. Mazdamundi. Let's just kill off the rest of his infantry first. And then if I just spam Hellstriders here, I think we'll be goodies. There you go. That thing's down. Slaughter Brute can anchor down on this point, because it's just a great tool to kill off, you know, and route off units all on its own. Like I can send it on those Cold One Riders over there, get them killed, and then in the meantime, Archaon can have his way over here with the Mazdamundi forces. Just a little bit more Hell Cannon value, and I should be okay. Just gotta make sure I don't take any bad engagements. Slaughter Brute gets in there. Beautiful. I can't wait to check its value at the end of the game. I wonder if it's good or not. Big question mark on that front. Let's do some of these guys. I want to get as many Hellstriders out as possible. They're just such a good unit. Looks like he wants to regroup too, so I shouldn't overcommit. I just got to take the little pieces of value where I can, and then we should be fine. These guys can't even charge me because I have a Hell Cannon, and Archaon's an absolute Chad. Yeah, there you go. So we just bully Mazdamundi, and he taps out. Let's go. We did it. Slaughter Brute wins. Hell yeah. And that's my first tournament win of the season. Warriors of Chaos versus Lizardmen. Not bad. Not bad. I only got 1100 value. I'm just impressed it's still alive. I had to babysit that bad boy like a madman. I had to babysit. And it still kind of sucks. Yeah, Slaughter Brute sucks, but hey, I'm playing Warriors of Chaos. I'm okay rolling with the handicap. It's still, you know, it fought okay. Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Archaon did better than it. Just with his burning head. 8,000 value on the Slaughter Brute. Yeah, I think honestly, like a, what's it? Dragon Ogre would do fine. Oh god, the Slaughter Brute. What a jank tool. Hell Cannon though? Defended Hell Cannon for the win. Hell Cannon killed a whole Temple Guard. This guy got 200. What can be done to fix it? Just make it cheaper. Any unit can see play if it costs 0 gold. Any and all units will see play at that money. So you just find a number between 0 and their current price, and you're fine. You hate that they both suck, so lame. It's one of the things that I suggested to CA to update. Although I think it was just the mutilit that I was mostly talking about. I don't know if they'll update the slaughter boot. Very nice. It's kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive. Yo, the Hell Cannon though is so good. Hell Cannon is the answer, by the way. If you have a problem with Shredder of Lestria or any Saurian build, Hell Cannon, like, they're not gonna dive all the way to your backline. And the Hell Cannon will just farm value on them. They better fix the Kadai Destroyer too? Yeah, Kadai Destroyer really could use some fixing. Well, nice, we won. That means that I do have the energy to do some coaching. As much as I wish I wasn't, I am but a human. And it turns out winning and losing tournaments greatly affects my mood. It's a thing that I can control mildly, but it's not exactly something that I'm immune to. But we won! So we're gonna cast Karavthir's game. He wants advice dealing with undead. Let's give it to him. So I just gotta go to my downloads folder, cut that, go to my Warhammer 3, go to the replays, paste that bad boy in, and we can go ahead and cast. Ah, hell yeah, it's time. Let's see here, replays. Yeah. So our resident Cathay main Karavthir has for us an interesting match. It's God, the voice crack. Okay, all right, here we go. Karavthir, this is your first grand finals game, and it's a Cathay versus vampire counts. For reference, if we go to TotalTavern.com, hosted by the legendary man himself, Turin, we can take a look at the stats, and vampire counts have a 63% win rate. Highest right below Slanesh, which is insane. Cathay has the lowest at 40%. So this is as bad as it gets in terms of matchups. Well, I'm sure there's worse. But he wants advice on what he can do better against the forces of the vampire counts. He's gone for a fan favorite war drum build over here. He has an astromancer. Oh no, he does have wind blast on them. This is a solid build that we've talked about before, where you basically use breath spells to kill off all of the infantry for the vampire counts, and then the rest of your army can clear up the big monsters. Nothing with light armor is solid because it means White Kings, who are extremely meta right now, they can't use Scab Scrath to kill everything. Jade Warrior crossbows with their mighty 70 armor, the basically warrior crossbows, dwarf warrior crossbows. So they won't die. And he's playing a very tight formation instead of going wide because Cathay's very slow. You can see, had he gone wide, Crypt Ghouls could have punished him. Maybe even a cavalry summon. So overall, looking not too bad. Von Karstein Lord over here with Storm of the Night. Don't want to get hit by that. And overall, they're just kind of posturing. Interesting to see the most expensive flying unit get summoned at the beginning. So one thing I will say, you know this guy has Storm of Night. He has 3 casts and it's on the cooldown. Preferably, you don't let him get any early value. And by getting within range, you're really tempting fate here, right? He has no damage resist or ward save to save these guys. Yeah, and I saw that coming miles away, right? Rule number 1 is to check what your opponent has in terms of magic. Kind of whiffs the spell too. Pretty rough. Okay. All right, well, we have a good start. That is 1,500 gold loss at the beginning of the fight. That's really bad. 1,000 gold swings are enough to lose games outright. Now, your Wind Blasts are really good, so he's pulling it back a little bit. Double Wind Blast doing a lot of damage, even to the Stearnsman. But those guys got brutalized. I guess he did do a bit of damage to the Devils of Schwarzhaven, but I'm still willing to write that off as like a 1,000 gold loss. And the crossbows are a little bit too wide on the formation. So let's just take a look at your formation too. Why are your crossbows on the far sides, right? So by putting them on the far sides, you get a little bit of extra range, right? They can shoot out to here, and these guys can shoot out to here. But if they're not making use of that extra range, it does mean that infantry can get some easier surrounds on them. Having them spaced apart is good, but this is a little bit too far. I'd probably position them like here and here, and that would help them out a lot. Because, yeah, they'd just be able to shoot just like, you know, maybe one more volley, get an extra 1,500 damage. Otherwise, everything's still pretty good overall. He's doing really well by keeping harmony. He's getting some really good spell usage. But yeah, kind of a brutal early game loss, especially with this early game damage with Zhao taking so much heat. I don't even know, this is actually a little unfortunate. Zhao's kind of glitching on this tower. So when flying units are transitioning from a high ground area to a low ground, sometimes they can jank a little bit and they don't actually get their attack animations off. In this case, I think Zhao is finally attacking. Although I'm not sure if that's something to do with that or like weird surround shenanigans. I don't know, it can be a little weird. Anyways, good old Flock of Doom drops, which is good against Crowmen. Vampire counts are bringing in a lot of good spells, and honestly, you didn't really need to take this fight. You're doing fine on the infantry front. And it's not like this Lord has a lot of tools anyways. Whoops. It's not like he has a lot of tools anyways to actually deal with your infantry. Like, what's he gonna do? Land with his Lord? Get countercharged by Zhao, right? It's pretty painful. So you could have just kept all of your forces here, waiting for him to attack first, and then you get a nice counterpunch. Instead, you're kind of down trading. Zhao gets a pretty nice heal though, but it's still down trading at the end of all things. Good cavalry peasant horsemen capture on the flank side though, and I will say it goes to show how strong the Cathay front line is. They do actually hold against the vampire accounts. You know, the war drum is alive, everyone's doing great. He has 2 capture points. Honestly, not too bad, but yeah, now he's pulling away with Zhao. And he's going to the low ground where he can get support from Jade Lancers or Crowmen or what have you. Especially if he fought on the halberds, Zhao would just be indestructible almost. Good cavalry charge too. Yeah, you can see the moment you landed with Zhao, it gets a lot better, right? You get to actually support him with all your forces. You're closer to your crossbowmen who can now start shooting at the dragon, which they probably should be targeting right away, but that's like a medium on the importance list. Crowmen, you probably want to charge them on these crypt horrors. There's already a lot of infantry fighting here, so by sending them into the bigger blob, a lot of them are just going to get stuck on your horses and not actually get attacks off. So minor misplay on the charge there. Every little bit counts. Tornado does work on landed units. So Zhao does take quite a bit of damage. And you can see, just because Zhao has a lot of healing doesn't mean that you can just trade HP off of him willy-nilly. And he may even go down. Trading's very close. Vampire count spamming infantry. Honestly, this looks like it would have been an easy win if you just fought closer to the rest of your army with Zhao. Like, this is looking very close. Gets a capture point there. Epic wind blast on the skeleton warriors. That is a spell amped wind blast, by the way. He has 45% intensity for his caster, the war drum, and Zhao. Very, very nice.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Now, there's not much you can do about the White Kings, but they're only stopping one unit. I will say, though, these units over in the middle, they should have been here to support the army. You want your crossbows supporting as much as possible. Max range is fine, but just a little bit closer means that they can help out more. The dragon does take some damage. Bats fighting Crowmen. That's a good fight for the Crowmen. But did Zhao die? Yeah, seems like Zhao died to the dragon. Kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died. Kind of missed it. Oh, no, he's alive. He just routed. Okay, we're good. Ooh, yeah, I didn't hear the announcer, so I was a little confused. So he's just chilling. I will say it's a little sus. Yeah, just walk him back. Very nice. Flock of Doom drops. But now you're going into the late game. So because of the bad trades with Zhao, it's going to vastly impact how the rest of this battle goes. because you're going no single entities against a very high HP Von Karstein Dragon Lord. And infantry typically don't do that well against dragons. You can also snipe your war drum. And this is starting to be the beginning of the end. Honestly, I might even want Zhao to just die so you can resummon him. Because like nothing in the Cathay roster, aside from your crossbows, can actually kill this dragon, right? In hindsight, and this is a harder call to make, but in hindsight, you probably should have retreated from here when you realized that Zhao was gonna die. And just regroup with your army. These zombies can't move very fast, and you can probably play a stall game by just posting up here, making sure they don't capture this point, and making sure they don't capture this point. Because, like, really, it's just a couple dogs, right? Some Jade Lancers here would have held. By continuing to fight on this point, not only are you down trading, but you're also losing other points. Undead are extremely slow, and you can make use of that. So we'll see if the punishment comes on in. Ooh, Dire Pack kill off a unit of cavalry over there. Doggos get a charge on the Jade Warriors. Honestly, this is a really close game. But no capture on this point. And by trading down over here, yeah, it looks like that's gonna be it. Honestly, the build is sick though. I think the build is completely fine. What you probably want to do though is to bait out the tornado. If you want to take an air fight, you have to bait the tornado out with a 700 gold unit of crowmen first, and then you summon your more elite units. That way it's on cooldown and you can get some value off with them before they get tempested. Maybe push his lord back, and in that time your melee infantry can probably kill his front line. There's some slight army positioning stuff that could have been done, but like build wise, I see absolutely no issue. You just annihilated his front line very decisively. That seemed to work out great. Really good spell casting. And yeah, it really is just Zhao. It's just making sure that you don't take them bad fights on the flank. I think Zhao with a little bit of crossbow support is more than enough to stop the Dragon Lord from winning. If you can even get him to like an even trade, you're fine. Because now that he has free reign, look at that value, man. Like, Zhao is the only thing stopping this guy from getting 5k value. Holy smokes. Yeah, he got fed, man. He got fed real hard. Also, yeah, he's out of magic right now, so he can't win Blastus. Cathay doesn't have that much winds of magic to bear. They're really punchy in the early game, but after that, they kind of dwindle away. And yeah, now you're triple capped. It's pretty over. But, oh, God, that breath attack. But overall, not too bad. Do the same build, and you know, this is why Sun Tzu, fight them where they're weak, you know, don't fight them where they're strong, right? It sounds so obvious. It sounds so obvious until you get punched in the face, and then you forget everything about the basic battle tactics. But yeah, such is life. I think you totally win this with this newfound knowledge in a rematch. Very well played for the vampire counts too. He was down trading pretty hard on the infantry fight, but he really made use of his lord. And yeah, other than that, it was so close, man. If you just didn't take that air fight, imagine you'd be like 1,000 gold ahead. You'd have like a whole like Jade Lancer on the field, just capturing the far point, putting time pressure on him. Very close match though. Nice killing, by the way, on the corpse carts. Shut them down very nicely. You can basically just ignore the White Kings, by the way, which he did very well. And yeah, you get that done and you're set, man. I think that's the only thing. So there you go. There's your mini coaching session. If you want free coaching for anyone here playing multiplayer games, send it to my Discord. We do free coaching. Only downside for you is it's going to be on stream if you care about that. If you don't, though, send her up and I'll give you all the knowledge I can. Also makes for very good viewing. So there you go. How does Scabscrath work? It's a it's like a wind spell kind of. It's just a cone-shaped damage ability, and it just does some damage. More damage to unarmored targets specifically. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys had a great time. I want to do a short stream today because I got some editing to do. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope you guys enjoyed, because boy did I. I learned today that Warriors of Chaos has Forbidden Rod. And it's hilarious. I learned that they have Forbidden Rod. My goodness. It's insane. You can actually just Spirit Leech spam. It's so good.